आपने बोला था कि I was a star once and it died.
I have lost everything. फिल्में चलना बंद हो गई और काम मिलना बंद हो गया. कितने सब्जेक्ट्स जो मुझे मिलने वाले थे बाकी एक्टर्स जाके छीन लेते थे. Alcohol was my only support system at that point.
Do you think आपकी कोई गलती थी जिसकी वजह से काम नहीं आया?
Definitely. Maybe because I didn't see many hardships what my father saw when he struggled to become an actor.
पूरी फैमिली इज फिल्ड विद स्टार्स. व्हाट इज द प्रेशर कि उनके जैसे ही नाम होगा कि उनका नाम खराब हो जाएगा?
At one point in my life, I felt I couldn't live up to my dad's expectation. I used to break down and I used to tell him, Papa, I've let you down because you always said I was your golden child.
सबसे ज़्यादा एडमायर क्या करते हो फादर के बारे में?
No one can be like my dad. He's got the biggest heart. I can't even think of a quality that my dad has that's bad. There's nobody.
Inferiority लगी कभी?
That phase of 5 years, 6 years. I used to even go to parties. जब मैं जाता था तो मुझे वैसे भी importance मिलती थी. My heart was broken. People made fun of me.
क्या लगा खुद के बारे में? कौन सा ऐसा मोमेंट था where you're like, let me quit?
One day I was sitting and my wife works. My son tells Mom, आप हर दिन काम पे जाते, पापा तो हमेशा घर पे ही बैठे रहते हैं. And that just changed everything for me.
Stand up, never forget you can win any battle.
Animal. Look.
Animal changed everything for me. I just had a glass in my hand. I just put it on my head and I started dancing, not knowing what the effect of that would be. The amount of messages I started getting with that one teaser was to another level, man.
Our today's guest is an actor who went from being one of the biggest rising stars to years of silence and rejection, जहाँ पे उनको बहुत एडिक्शन का सामना करना पड़ा, सेल्फ डाउट, एम्बैरेसमेंट एंड बहुत से लो सिचुएशंस, एंड पीपल थॉट ही कुड हैव डिसअपीयर्ड, बट ही डिडंट. He had a massive comeback and gave back-to-back hits. Our today's guest is Bobby Deol. In this episode, we talk about what it was like growing up in a family where every member was already a star. Why his parents were so overprotective of him, his bonds with his brother Sunny Deol, what kind of pressure comes from carrying a celebrity family tag, why he lost out on films, how talent agencies, producers, directors were hesitant to work with him, his struggles with alcohol, and how he slowly made his way back piece by piece. Bobby Deol's real test was standing strong under pressure when nothing was working around him. And in life or business, pressure is the real test. That's why you need tools that don't break when things get intense. The Asus ExpertBook business laptops are built exactly for that. They pass 24 out of 28 military grade durability tests. The top panels can handle up to 30 kgs of pressure, and the keyboard is spill resistant and tested for over 1 crore key presses, so that you can continue with your work without worrying about your system breaking. It's tough, pressure-proof, and built for people who can handle pressure to succeed daily. Watch this episode till the end and get the best deals on Asus ExpertBook only on Flipkart during the Big Billion Days. The link is in the description. Actually, very interesting. I think that's a good way to start. Puri family is filled with stars. Right? Everybody. And आप लोग सब साथ में रहते हो?
Yeah, we all live together. हम सब साथ में रहते हैं. मतलब वही हमारा था जब से. I mean, I've grown up living with everyone. मेरे घर में, it's like my dad had 2 sisters and a brother. They're not there anymore. And my chacha lived with us. So it's like that. My dad and my chacha always were together. Then my bhuas, before they settled down with their husbands, they all came and stayed with us. So it used to be a full house. It was, I think we were so lucky because I had so many cousin sisters who I don't call cousin because they're my sisters.
Yeah.
So
I can relate.
हम पूरा दिन खेलते रहते थे. मतलब चोर पुलिस, डब्बा स्पाइस, volleyball, throw ball, volleyball, badminton. So I was lucky that we were so many of us that no one was getting bored. And luckily there were no video games at that point.
True.
Though then when they did come, the video games, my parents never bought them for me.
Kyun?
बस उनको था ही नहीं कि बस खेलो आप लोग, वीडियो गेम्स पे नहीं बैठना।
ओके,
तो अब मुझे शौक ही नहीं है वीडियो गेम्स का,
आज भी नहीं है?
आज भी नहीं। मेरे बच्चे खेलते रहते हैं और पता नहीं उन लोग इतने एक्साइटेड रहते हैं खेलते वक्त, पूरा दिन लग जाता है कभी कभी खेलते रहते हैं उन लोग। लेकिन मैं उनके साथ बैठ के कोशिश भी करता हूँ, तो आई डोंट नो वो बटन्स क्या दबाने कैसे, यू नो, सो आई जस्ट all I do is play solitaire on my iPad.
कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होता है? बिकॉज सब अपने अपने वर्ल्ड में यू ऑल आर स्टार्स।
Complications नहीं होती, because we love each other so much that complications exist everywhere in any kind of relationship, because that's how human beings are. You know, we are so complicated. We have all those emotions which we control and become better human beings.
But
Yeah.
tell me if there's expectation, competition, ये सब नहीं आता? Like because your
नहीं,
father was...
ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं आता। हम तो बस चाहते हैं कि मुझसे बेटर वो करे, वो मुझसे बेटर करे, ऐसा ही है हमारे घर में। हम कभी ये नहीं देखते कि कौन बड़ा अच्छा काम कर रहा है, हम बस ये चाहते हैं कि सब अच्छा करें, सबको वही रिस्पेक्ट मिले, वही प्यार मिले जो पापा को मिला। You know, that's how it's been. For me, it's always been that, actually. For me, it's always been, I still remember going with my dad as a child, and I was very lucky because I was the youngest, and by the time I was born, I'm the fourth child, I'm the youngest. I have 2 sisters in between, and my brother is the eldest. Papa was so busy. मतलब इतना काम करते थे, इतना मतलब सोते भी सेट्स पर थे, घर आते ही नहीं थे। और वो जैसे मैं पैदा हुआ, थोड़ा वो उन्होंने रियलाइज़ किया कि मैंने अपने बाकी बच्चों के साथ टाइम स्पेंड नहीं किया, एंड सो ही ट्राई टू टेक मी एवरीवेयर विद हिम, एंड I was lucky to see that, because I never understood what acting is all about. I never understood what filmmaking is all about. All I understood being with him, the love he was getting. You know, because that was fascinating. That why are people, you know, my papa, he's my hero, and people love him so much. They want to meet him, they want to hug him, they want to touch his feet. They treat him with so much respect, and there's only love in their eyes. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I really wanted to be an actor, was because I wanted that same love, you know, because I've been brought up with so much love. For me, life cannot exist without love and affection. You know, it's like, why do people have to be rude? Why do people have to be mean?
Yeah.
Why do people have to backstab? Why do people have to be jealous? You know, I never thought of these things. I was brought up very sheltered. I was sheltered a lot, actually. That's something which I disagree with my parents when I grew up.
Okay, what do you disagree about?
Because it took me a long time to become independent.
Okay,
When I was at work, I was dependent in the sense that emotionally, all the time. Like, I couldn't face the world because I was made to believe that everybody outside is very nice, you know. So
explain shelter. Like,
Shelter
walk me,
means-
मेरे को एक दो situations बताओ जहाँ पे you felt कि अच्छा इतने प्यार से shelter करके रखा।
मतलब ऐसे रखा कि स्कूल से घर आओ, ख़त्म, बस घर पे रहो। मुझे I wasn't allowed to step out of the house.
क्यों?
I don't know, my dad was just so protective. And I was, साइकिल भी मैंने सीखा घर के अंदर, मुझे साइकिलिंग भी घर के बाहर जाना अलाउड नहीं था।
क्यों? Why do you think reason? क्या?
When I was in the 6th standard,
क्या करा?
and you heard of Billaranga,
हाँ.
the famous,
Yeah, the character.
those 2 guys who used to kidnap kids, and then they used to kill them and ask for ransom, and it was really sad.
Yeah, that extortion character
Yeah, yeah.
stories I've heard. I don't know if they were real or
they were real.
Oh.
So I remember when I
हमें
was,
सिर्फ डराते थे कि वो आ जाएंगे टाइम।
नहीं, they existed. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a whole show which came out, Black Warren, in which they showed those 2 characters, which is actually real.
Okay.
And so I was in the 6th standard, and a friend of mine, his arm was broken. He was in a plaster. He got kidnapped, and but he was the luckiest out of all the people they kidnapped, because there was a confusion between Billa and Ranga, and he was with Ranga, and cops were zeroing on them. So वो वहाँ से निकला, भागा, और उसको कोई पान के दुकान के पास छोड़ के भाग गया। तो पान वाले ने उसको देखा कि ये बच्चा कोई अच्छे घर का दिखता है, उसका एड्रेस पता किया, उसको लेकर गया घर पर। फिर पुलिस आई मेरे घर पर, मेरे पापा को बोलने लगी कि वो बिल्ला रंगा ये बच्चा बच गया, पर बिल्ला रंगा ने इससे पूछा था कि इसके स्कूल में और कौन कौन है, तो उसने आपके बेटे का नाम लिया, तो आप थोड़ा ध्यान रखना। और जैसे वो बोला, मैं 6 स्टैंडर्ड में था, मेरे पापा ने मुझे घर के, जैसे मैं 6 स्कूल शाम को 4-5 बजे ख़त्म होता था, मैं स्कूल पे ही रहता, मैं घर पे आकर घर पर ही, नॉट अलाउड टू गो एनीवेयर। फिर जब मैं कॉलेज में गया तो वो होने लगती ना छोटी छोटी पार्टीज, मेरे किसी के दोस्त के घर पर, कि दोस्त के दोस्त के घर पर वो पार्टी होती थी। आई वाज नॉट अलाउड। फिर मैं अपने कोई अच्छा दोस्त था उसके घर जाता था, माँ कहती थी 9 बजे वापस आ जाना। मैं जाता था, हेल्प करता था उसको सेटअप करने के लिए। मैं बोलता अच्छा मैं जा रहा हूँ। तो मेरे साथ ऐसा वन ऑफ द रीजन, क्योंकि पापा इतने वो स्ट्रिक्ट भी थे, क्योंकि ये हुआ था। फिर जब बिल्ला रंगा पकड़े गए और दे वर हैंग्ड, उसके बाद भी मुझे वही स्ट्रिक्ट रूल्स थे। और मेरा दोस्त जिसको किडनैप किया था वो पार्टीज कर रहा था, मैं
बट कभी सिक्योरिटी के साथ रहते थे फुल टाइम आप?
नहीं, सिक्योरिटी नहीं थी ऐसे, पर अलाउड ही नहीं था। अगर गाड़ी लेकर गया तो पापा की गाड़ी लेकर कभी चला ही जाता था, तो वहाँ से मेरे दोस्त के घर फ़ोन आता था कि आ जाओ घर, आ जाओ वापस। फिर कभी कभी मैं चला जाता था तो घर से गाड़ी आती थी कि बड़े साहब पूछ रहे कहाँ हो, घर आ जाओ। और बड़े साहब नहीं पूछ रहे, मम्मी पूछ रही हैं।
अच्छा।
फिर मम्मी मुझे डांटती थी, फिर बोलते अच्छा ठीक है, पापा के पास कुछ बैठे जाकर, उनको कुछ पता नहीं है, ठीक है। माँ फिर डराते कि but that's how it was, you know. And also when I was 2 years old, I fell down from the first floor. And I was alone at home. My mom, my grandmother, my grandfather, my buas, everybody had gone to Lido Cinema. अभी वो PVR बन गया। तो सब गए थे वहाँ पर फिल्म देखने पापा की, और मैं फर्स्ट फ्लोर से गिर गया। और उसके बाद पता नहीं क्या हुआ, he became even more protective. I think that might be one of the reasons, because I have no idea, man. It was just, that's the way it was. And my family never went to Lido Cinema after that, because they just felt that, you know, it brought bad luck or something. But that's how my dad is, you know. I mean, but that's why when I joined the industry also, I wasn't thinking about competition. I wasn't thinking about, I was under the shadows of my dad and my brother. I just thought I'm an actor. I'm going to go act, you know, and I don't have, and there's enough space for everybody to be actors, not just me and my other co-actors. You know, why? There's no competition. Yeah. Everybody should get a success. Everybody should have a hit. And slowly, when I joined the industry, that was when the whole thing was changing. You know, the whole manipulation, going out of the way, going to people's offices, getting the work, you know, things like that, you know. And I was so used to getting work by people coming to my house, you know. And I didn't realize how people kept saying that when obviously later on people kept saying they were scared of my brother to come and meet me. But I never understood I guess maybe there somewhere my brother was more protective also about me, because he's like 11, 12 years older than me. So he's like a father figure to me.
So you grew up with 2 fathers.
I got too protected, man. And I guess they just wanted the best for me. And so a lot of people were scared to talk to my brother because of his image. You know, and
what were they scared about?
Just seeing that 2.5 kilo ka haath without realizing that he's just doing that on the screen. He's not really like that.
उन्हें लगा कि वो आपके कुछ स्क्रिप्ट या कुछ काम लेके आएंगे तो वो आपके भाई गुस्सा हो जाएंगे।
नहीं, उनको लगा कि my dad, I don't know, they just felt that I wasn't approachable also at a point. But eventually, obviously I was lucky. My first 10 years were really good. You know, I had some great films. And they all came through. Obviously, I was the youngest and also the starting off. So my dad and my brother were involved in the sense that, okay, you work with these people. And I did. Soldier came to me, Gupt came to me, and my dad heard the scripts. And I was just happy hearing the scripts because I found them so bloody interesting. And then obviously I did Aur Pyar Ho Gaya, which went wrong. but Kareeb, which I really enjoyed doing.
But do you think that आपको रियली एक्टर बनना था और ये सब चाहिए था कि इट वाज जस्ट बिकॉज आपके आसपास सब लोग ऐसे थे, इसकी वजह से वो डिजायर बन गई?
See, it was also, when I used to see my dad on studios and there were other big actors around him, and the way they interacted with my dad and the way they looked at him, it was different. And it is the same till date. The way they look at my father, the love I get, honestly, and the support I get is because the respect for my father. So that was one of the reasons. But obviously when I was a kid and my house, the gates were always open. My grandmother believed that, my grandmother was very selfless. She always wanted to be, she was a giver. She always wanted to be there for everyone and anyone. And those days, it was very simple days. Anyone from my village or from Punjab or anybody would just enter my house. And there have been so many times I had to leave my room because there was some guest who had to come and stay in my room. And all of them would see me and they would pinch my cheeks and say, "Tu to bada hoke hero banega, tu to bada hoke hero banega," because I was a little chubby baby. I was I was 11 pounds and a few ounces when I was born. So I was always a chubby baby, a chubby kid. And that's how it just got set in my head. No, I want to be a hero because every child looks up to his father.
Yeah.
Everyone, And there's no business like show business. It's the most attracting. It just pulls you, It just wants you to become a part of it, And I'm in a house which is part of the industry. My dad's a legend. My brother was doing really well. And so I was in the third standard. I still remember that day. My favorite teacher was Mrs. Navin. And she was asking every child to get up and say what they want to become. So obviously, it was very predictable that everyone said, "I'll be a scientist, I'll be a doctor, I'll be a pilot, I'll be an engineer, I'll be this, I'll be that." And I got up and I said, "I'll be a hero." Not even an actor. I just said, "I'll be a hero." So that's how it was for me. I mean, I've not thought of anything else in my life but being an actor.
सबसे ज़्यादा admire क्या करते हो अपने father के बारे में? When you were watching him as a kid and हम उनके साथ हर जगह जाते थे.
He's got the biggest heart.
Explain.
He would just always be very welcoming, very giving, very understanding.
Tell me a situation or story where you saw this first.
He's never made anyone feel not special. He's made everyone he meets very special. He gives them so much respect and so much love. And that's a special quality to have. I mean, there have been times where obviously some fans have gone and done something stupid and he's beat them up, and then after that he's brought them inside the house.
Beat them up, meaning?
Yeah, I mean beat them up.
Like really? Why?
Like because they were behaving. Because when your fans come, they don't know how to interact. They just get so excited. They say something stupid or behave badly. And then I was there watching it. And I'm like, why is my dad doing that? And that man finally just fell on his feet and just said, "I love you, sir. I'm sorry." And my dad also didn't want to do it, but he must have said something which really must have hurt my dad. So then he got him in, and I was also there, made him sit, gave him milk to drink, gave him food to eat, gave him some clothes. And that's how he is, I mean, he's a man, he doesn't think, he doesn't need words. You see, if anyone would upset my dad, it was just, that's it. If people keep talking about my brother's 2.5 kilo ka haath, you haven't seen my dad's hand. It is like 20 kilo ka haath.
आपको पड़ी है, मार पड़ी है बचपन में?
It was my mother's job.
मम्मी
She was a bad cop, my dad. I mean, it was like, it wasn't even bad cop, good cop. It was just that my mother just saw to it that my dad never realizes we've done something wrong. And she would just, she used to beat me up, man. Yeah. She's really beaten me up. Like, it's just...
Like, tell me, kya hua?
Nothing.
You could recall something.
No, I mean, I remember once when I was at home and we all, my sisters, my cousins, as I said, we all lived together in a joint family. My chacha's kids, me, and I, obviously, we were kids. You know how kids get into fights, and we must have scratched each other. And my cousin sister goes and shows the scratches to my mother, and my mother just took out her slippers and just beat the hell out of me. And my bua was there who finally stopped my mother, and I just went and hugged my bua and I said, I'm not staying in my house. I'm staying with you. I left and I went and stayed the night at my bua's house. But they were sweet memories. And then finally, you know, it's so strange that when I grew older, became a teenager and I was in college, and I still remember my brother had those days there were not so many cars, and one of his friends had gifted him a Fiat, black color with revolving seats. So we decided to go to Lonavala. Two of my other friends, Manish and Pranav. And we drove all the way and came back. Didn't think about, I just thought I'm going for a drive, you know. And it was past 6 o'clock in the evening. And my mother was like, where is my Bob? And finally when I reached, she started hitting me with her slipper. And I'm like, Ma, chot nahi lag rahi, abhi maar kyun rahe ho aap? Because I've become big.
Yeah.
You know, but that's how mothers are. Then obviously that's how she was. She was always, my mother is amazing. She was the strongest person in my whole life till I got married. I think my mother and my sisters, they're just amazing. The women in my house, you know, how they've been, and how every time I'm in the most weakest moment, I speak to my sisters. And so I'm very blessed. You know, I can go on, but I don't want to reveal everything about my family life and my sisters, because the Deols have always kept everything very quiet about themselves. That's how we are. We don't really indulge or try to
talk about family.
Talk about too much, you know, because nazar lag jati hai.
ये फैमिली वैल्यू है, फैमिली बात करते हो ज़्यादा बात नहीं करो, नजर लगेगी, कि ये जस्ट अनसेड रूल है?
Just an unsaid rule, I guess. You know, I don't know. I mean, today, I went for this wedding now, and all my sisters that come from different parts of the world. And I was just, more than the wedding, I was just happy to meet everyone, you know. Obviously, the wedding was special. It was my nephew, but just to be there with everyone. And that's how it's sad when you have sisters, you know, like the saddest part is that they all have to go and live in another house with people they don't know so well, and it's tough on them. But touch wood, they've all been very lucky. I mean, my brother-in-laws are amazing. And but that's one of the reasons why I always wanted to have a daughter. Because I used to think about, you know, how I used to be with my parents and how my sisters were with my parents. And they were amazing. And we were always, you know, boys doing our things. And, you know, every time they would be the first to take care of them or first to be there. And not that I wasn't, but so when I got married, I wanted to have obviously I wanted to have 4 kids.
Okay.
By the way, 4 kids I wanted, and I wanted to name them exactly the same name as my siblings, because we have very unisex pet names.
Okay.
My brother's Sunny. You can be a boy or a girl. My elder sister is Lali. She could be a boy or a girl. Then Anu, and then Bobby. Okay, all unisex names in a way. So I said my first child will be Sunny, second will be Lali, third will be Anu, fourth will be Bobby. That was when I was growing up. I used to think of all these things. And then when my wife and me were having our first child, I only looked for girl names. You know, I was just looking for names which were like, I just wanted to have a daughter. And just if I go back a little back in my whole wanting to have a daughter, is my second sister, who's 2 years older than me, she got married, and she said, before she got married, she said, when I have kids, if I have a daughter, I'll name her Nikki. And that's my mom. My mom was the youngest in her family, and Nikki is the youngest. Nikki means like chota. Okay. You know, and so I said, no, I'm going to name my daughter Nikki. And we got into an argument, and my sister got emotional. I told Anu, I said, why are you getting emotional? You're getting married. I don't even have anyone in my life at this point, you know. And if you do have a child, if it turns to be a daughter, you'll be naming your daughter Nikki. And so I still remember when Nikki was born, she was like very special to me, and I still remember talking to her. And then when I was having our first child, me and Tanya, So my sister told her that, you know, Bobby Mamu is why. She told my sister, why is Bobby Mamu only thinking of girl names? You know, why? So she asked me. So I said to tell her. She said, if I don't have a girl, I will adopt her. And she was like, you know, Bobby, I love Bobby Mamu, but I can't live without you, Mom. I'm like, you know how kids can be. So then I had my first son, and again, that was just a day after Gadar released. So it was like this huge moment for me and my brother around 24 years back. And there was just so much happiness in our house. Obviously, when you have your first child, it's something else. The whole emotion, like how people would tell you, this is how you feel when you have a child, that is how you feel. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? And as the day my son was born, I felt this connection like to another level. And I'm like, you know, I just never understood till you have your own child, you know. And so my kids, I mean, I have two boys, and the second, then they didn't let me name him. I wanted to name him Dharam. And my family said, how can we call him by Papa's name? I wanted to call him Dharam because my grandmother, when she used to call out to my dad, the way she said Dharam, it just had this beautiful
sound,
emotion, sound, love. It was just sounded that way. And they said to me, you can't, you know, you have to name something else. I said, who calls Papa by his name? Please tell me that, you know. So then I found another name, and I named my older son Aryaman because it sounded really nice and it has a nice meaning. And then I had my second child. I said, if I have a boy, I'm going to name him after my dad. And if I have a daughter, I was thinking I would name her Nikki only because it doesn't matter. In my house, they're the same name people. You know, my cousins have the same names. And I had a second son, and then I said, that's my Dharam.
Okay.
So my second child is Dharam. And my dad always looks at him and says, tu to mere jaisa, because he's as emotional, as caring and loving as my dad. And so that's how my family, I mean, that's how I can name my kids.
Nice. Do you believe in Nazar?
I do. कल ही नजर निकलवाई थी. मेरी माँ हमेशा कहती थी नजर उतारो. And my wife believes in it. So कल ही सबकी नजर उतारी हमने.
Nice. तो आज हम सब बात कर सकते हैं.
फिर जाके नजर उतारनी पड़ेगी.
हम यहाँ भी यहीं भी गिरवा दें. When you are from an insider family and there's lot of baggage to break, सबसे बड़ा challenge क्या होता है? कि pressure तो होता है, we all know this. But what is the pressure कि उनके जैसे ही नाम होगा कि उनका नाम खराब हो जाएगा कि मेरी आइडेंटिटी होगी कि नहीं. What is the big pressure?
At one point in my life, I felt I couldn't live up to my dad's expectations. I used to break down, and I used to tell him, Papa, I've let you down. Because you always said I was your golden child. The youngest always gets that kind of attention.
Yeah.
You are my golden child. You're the most beautiful child, the most good-looking child. And I could never live up to that. And then eventually, now he tells me, he looks at me, he says, now you found yourself.
Wow.
This is what you needed to, and you have. It doesn't matter, it's late or it's never late. But you found yourself, and I'm just so happy when you go out, when you speak, when you are working, you found yourself, you know. And
True.
So coming that from my papa is, what more do you want to hear from him, you know?
True. You know, there's a quote while I was thinking about this, and I wrote down and found out just while research. Tell me if it's true for you or no. There was a quote that I wrote down specifically. I didn't want to get it wrong. The only journey is the one within, but most of us are forced to stop halfway because we inherit destinies that aren't ours, and we bury the lives that was never lived.
It's a little it's a little bit of a bouncer for me, but yeah.
Okay, let me be a little easier on. Okay, कि it's like हम सब की एक journey होती है, हम सब का पता होता है कि हमें कहाँ जाना है, and it's there's something true about us.
Yeah.
But क्योंकि हम सब inherit करते हैं कुछ चीज़ें, maybe the expectation, maybe इनको क्या लगेगा, कैसा लगेगा, the environment, उसकी वजह से जो real ट्रू सेल्फ होता है वो स्टॉप कर देते हैं हाफ एंड देन हम वो डेस्टिनी पे एक्सपेक्टेशन को लिव अप करने की कोशिश करते रहते हैं
It does happen.
हाफ ऑफ द टाइम.
Yeah.
एंड यू सेड इन द बिगिनिंग कि यस देयर वाज एक आइडेंटिटी वाला था कि
Yeah, it
so
does.
what possible probably let's say कौन से बॉबी के पॉसिबल वर्जन्स थे जो यू स्टॉप्ड एंड वी कुडंट सी एट दैट टाइम व्हेन यू वर 20 एंड यू नेवर एक्सप्लोर्ड.
I just kind of controlled and became more introvert. I was naturally an extrovert. And I controlled that because, yes, while growing up, I was shy, but I would enjoy so much of being a part of everything I did, everything what the film industry was all about. I want to be part of everything, be everywhere. But my family was always, nahi, wahan nahi jayenge, ye nahi karenge, wo nahi karenge. You know, because we can't get influenced by the industry. I don't know why my dad, we never had any parties at home. I was never allowed to meet other families from the industry, their kids, so much.
क्यों?
I don't know.
What do you think reason क्या हो सकता है आज अगर if you have to look back?
I don't know. Maybe my dad had his own way of looking at life at that point.
What do you think? What version do you?
He thought maybe I'll get spoiled. Maybe वो, you know how every parent thinks, oh, वहाँ जाएगा तो उसके
बिगड़
बच्चे तो
जाएगा.
बिगड़े हुए हैं, ये बिगड़ जाएगा. So I never, maybe that's one of the reasons I was never allowed to go out. And but I guess at that point, you see, as parents, we all learn how to bring up our kids.
Yeah.
You know, no one's perfect. So for them, that was the way of bringing us up. And then you learn from your parents how they brought you up, and you look at the things they didn't do right. And then when you're living your life with your kids, you're trying to be as perfect as you can, bringing them up. And then some days you look back and say, oh, I shouldn't have done that. You know, I shouldn't have been this way, or I shouldn't have made them do these things.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody is born a parent. You become parents.
Agreed.
And you learn how to become parenting while having your kids, you know. So that's how it is. So I don't know, it was them trying to keep me in a prison, but it wasn't that way. It was just
Of course not. They were trying to do best that they
the
could.
best, yeah.
But it forced you to become introvert.
It did. And then maybe I mean I still can't go on stage and dance. I can't do that.
Kyun?
Because I just want to talk about myself or let my work speak. But dancing something, I mean, that reminds me even of Animal.
But you are an excellent dancer.
I'm not an excellent dancer.
Like, I remember Nayo and then I remember Animal. Both had different styles of dancing, but both caught on with the world. So
Yeah.
technically it means you're a good dancer.
I mean, I believe, I tell my kids that they want to be actors. I said, you don't have to be a Hrithik Roshan or a Tiger Shroff because they are blessed with it.
Yeah.
You need to enjoy what you do. I mean, the biggest example is my brother and my dad. They're not good dancers, but when they dance, people love it because they just want to see them dance, you know. And for me, it's the same thing. I mean, I need a choreographer to give me the steps. Otherwise, I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's why when I did that song, which became like, it's viral, it went, which is not even a song. It was just a music piece in Persian. And there was no choreographer that day. And I'm telling Sandeep, what, I can't dance. No, Bobby, you do. He's saying, no, you're looking like Bobby Deol. I don't want you to look like Bobby Deol. I said, dude, what do I do? You want me to do, but I only know what I can do.
Yeah.
Then I told Saurabh, who's playing my brother, I said, you dance. Let me see how you dance. I said, okay, I'll dance like you. Then I don't know what hit me. I just had a glass in my hand. I just put it on my head. And I started dancing.
Yeah.
And not knowing what the effect of that would be. And Sandeep loved it. And he shot it really well. And next thing I know, it became like viral to another level, man. It was like insane. It's not like I was the only one who did it for the first time. There were so many people who had done it in the earlier films. But God just wanted my step to be in the first of its kind. And so that's me. I got lucky again.
Yeah. And it has got to a level that it's not Abrar step.
Yeah.
It's Bobby Deol step.
Yeah.
It's like that. Okay, tell me one thing जो आप चाहते हो कि वो आपके father से सीखे and you want to pass on to them, and one thing you don't want to learn from your father and pass on to them.
They should have what my dad has in that sense. Because my dad is a beautiful soul. And I want all my kids to have that beautiful soul. And that's really one of the reasons why I always wanted to have kids early. Because what I have learned from my parents is filtered down from what they learned from their parents, you know, and that was very important for me because I always felt that I won't be able to, you know, give them that kind of information or make them understand what relationships and what the world is and how it is. But obviously my wife is very much younger than me, so we waited, but we all live together. So there's so much, like, I mean, every one of us is so influenced by each and every one of us. Like, they're influenced by my sisters, my brother, my dad, my mom, my chachi. And the only quality, I can't even think of a quality that my dad has that's bad. You know, I think there's nobody. No one can be like my dad. I wish my kids could imbibe everything what he is, you know. So I just feel that way.
Why do you say so?
Because he's just amazing. He is, you know. And I guess I get emotional about it because he's really getting older now, and I wish my parents could live on forever and ever. But I think the biggest hand in the way my kids are is because of my wife. I think my wife is my backbone, my strength. And if she was not a part of my life, I would be completely scattered, even though I have a strong family. But you have to live your life on your own. No one can, your mom and your dad can't hold your hand. In fact, you have to hold their hands now to take care of them. But no one can hold your hand and take you forward or anything. And I think my wife is my biggest strength. And I think my wife, if any good qualities my kids have, I think it's because of my wife. I truly believe that. And
do you believe that at one point your father's or your family's, your brother's success became a prison for you?
I only was told to think like that by people around me. It's difficult for you because you're under the shadows of your brother, your dad. I'm like, what shadow? I'm not doing the kind of movies they did. And I have my own way of thinking and my own process of the way I do my work. But eventually, when I still don't feel that. Because I always believed in myself so strongly at that given point before everything went downhill for me. And even when everything went downhill for me, I still didn't understand that. But now I understand that. Now I see that.
What?
That the comparison they make with you and your parents, with your father, with your brother. And now, in fact, the love I get, the love I've received all my life, and the way people have respect for me, you know, I'm so blessed because I haven't met a single person who hasn't come up to me, be it from my industry or from the outside, that when they saw me succeed, it felt as if they were succeeding.
What I mean by that is कि, you know, identity foreclosure हो जाता है. Like it's like जब आप एक बहुत ही expected world में से निकलते हो, you in your own head, not outside world, you're like, मैं अपने आप को fully explore नहीं करूँगा because there's a certain way that you have to live up to that expectation.
Yeah.
Probably you didn't explore possible versions of Bobby because there was a right and wrong in your head.
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true, man. When you're an actor, you can't think of all these things. But because you're brought up in a way, you start thinking and you're letting your judgment not go the right way because you have to respect that side of what you've been taught, you know. And that did come in my way strongly. I would not choose certain characters or certain kind of projects because I felt it might upset my dad, my mom, my brother, my sisters might say things, but more so my dad and my brother. And when I decided that I have to change things for myself. When I decided that I'm going to be ready to face the world, I'm going to be ready for anyone coming knocking on my door. All the things what I enjoyed about watching cinema and what I enjoyed, I started focusing on that, you know. I started looking at what did I enjoy about movies. It wasn't playing the main lead always. Because every time I saw a film, obviously I saw mostly my dad and my brother's films, so I always ended up looking, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then when I used to see those same films again, but then I would think about those films, and I would think, no, that character in that film, even though my brother was there, that one character stood out. He might not have had a very long portion of being in the film, but it was interesting. And I said to myself, I've lost everything. And now I want to do what I really enjoy. And I think that's how I started thinking to myself, now I have to I'm not being wrong towards my parents, towards my dad or my brother. The only person I was answerable to was my wife. Because she's my wife and she's my everything. And every time I do a project, I always first tell her, like, this is what it is, you know. And she says, Bob, I've seen you go through what you went through. And I know what your dreams are, and I know what you really want to do as an actor. I'm with you. You just go ahead and do it. Because you're an actor and you have to play characters, enact characters, which is not what you are. But you want to do something which is out of your comfort zone. Go do it. So I think OTT platform really helped me do that.
Yeah.
And then obviously thanks to Mamu, who I love, I call him with love, Mamu Salman. Because years back, I mean, I've said it in so many interviews. I always, when I'm talking, I feel I'm repeating, but I have to talk about him. He's a very special person in my life.
Why do you call him Mamu?
It's just something when we were young, we started work. It was just, you know how we kind of the same age group and, you know, Masti and all that. Mamu.
So you're same age group and you started calling just Masti mein
Masti mein, because I
nicknames like those two.
Yeah,
Salman is Mamu for you.
Mamu, yeah. I'm Mamu to him.
Acha, okay.
It's like that. I don't know how it came up. I still don't know. But I've known him because I used to be learning bike riding on the beach, horse riding on the beach. And he had just done his first film. And he was like a normal person walking, coming on the beach. And he used to ride and he used to do his bike stunts with me. And he was always, he loves bikes. He was really good at it.
Yeah.
I used to be nervous because I've never been allowed to ride a bike on the street. I still don't know how to ride a bike on the street. Or ever, I mean, cycle I can ride, but that not on the street. And so that's how the relationship. So I used to play CCL, and he used to keep telling me, why have I grown a beard? And you know, the most funniest thing is I keep going back and forth, but when I grew my beard, I was trying to work on a project which was a very dark kind of that kind of genre, and with this director, but no one was backing it. And I grew a beard because I wanted to play that character. And everybody used to make fun of me. You know, wherever I went.
Yeah. Which character? Ashram?
No. This was something else totally.
Okay.
This was something my brother was helping me with.
Okay.
And
Kabhi aaya nahi wo.
Banini. We didn't get funding only.
Okay.
But I learned. I did acting classes. I did everything. And I think God wanted me to go through that process. You know. So things didn't work out. Then he would keep meeting me at these CCL matches, Celebrity Cricket League. He said, ye daadi kya hoga ke rakhi? You're so good looking. Shave it off. I said, Mamu, I'm just trying to do something different. He says, look, shave it off. And look how my career moved forward. I was starting off and I was still not reaching anywhere. And I climbed onto Sanjay Dutt's back and onto your brother's back. And I moved forward. I said, then Mamu, mujhe tere peeth pe chadne de, mujhe bhi aage. Say, I'll definitely think of something. And then that's how Race 3 happened, where I really transformed, where I really worked out, made a great physique, whatever I could for that in that short period. And people noticed me. You know, it's like I knew being a part of a Salman Khan movie, millions and millions of people are going to watch the film. And the new generation had not known so much about me. So it was kind of forgotten. But when Race 3 came out, the young generation noticed me. And they said, oh, there's a Bobby Deol also, you know. And it really helped. everything I was doing was helping. Then because of that, I got Houseful, which again, Akshay Kumar, a big star. And again, kids connected with me because it was a comedy and they liked my character, whatever it was. But I was still not satisfied because that wasn't the cinema, as I said, when I decided that I wanted to work which is out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And OTT happened. And I think that was the best thing that happened to not just me, but a lot of actors who were in the same position as I was in, and a lot of newcomers, you know. So Red Chillies was the first one to offer me, Shah Rukh's company. I did a film called Class of 83, where I didn't play the main lead, I played a character, and I really enjoyed it. And I got a lot of phone calls for it, but Ashram took the whole cake away.
Yeah.
It just came and just went crazy.
Yeah.
Again, thanks to Prakash Jha, sir. I mean, I don't know what he saw in me, you know. I got a call from Shruti Mahajan, the casting director, and she had come to me earlier for some characters which I didn't like, I didn't want to do. And she says, you got this is really good web series Prakash Ji is making, and you have to, you know, go meet him. I said, I will. I've been wanting to work with Prakash Ji since years, you know, and I'm open to it. So when I went and met him, he narrated, and when he was narrating, I thought he was going to offer me the police officer's role, which Darshan played. And he says, I want you to play the Baba. And I'm like,
What?
wait a minute, what did I just hear? And it was just given to me in a platter, you know, yeah, this is Baba, you play this. And that was like the best thing. And I didn't tell my parents, as you asked me the earlier question, I didn't tell my father, my mother, my dad, my brother, because you knew they would say something. They would say, why are you doing something like this? But I told my wife, I said, you know, this character is it's very tough, it's very different. It might just help me change what I'm trying to change about my image. She said, just go ahead with it. And I did. And when it released, the amount of phone calls my father, my brother, my mother got from the people they knew, it was like never happened for a very long time, you know, in my career. They just went crazy about me playing a bad man who's so bad, but they all loved me playing it, you know. And that was like the best thing at that point. Best, whatever, was something I didn't even imagine. I was like, what just happened in my life, you know?
There was one thing you left two loops open, which I want to ask you about on that question.
Yeah.
One was आपने बोला कि आप जब भी आपके पापा के भाई की मूवीज देखते थे, आपको कैरेक्टर्स इंटरेस्टिंग लगते थे कि ये जो मे बी बहुत कम टाइम के लिए आया स्क्रीन पे, या ये दूसरा कैरेक्टर अपार्ट फ्रॉम योर फादर एंड योर ब्रदर, एंड पॉसिबली ऑल्सो बिकॉज आप इम्यून हो गए थे उनको देख देख के, सो यू वुड नोटिस मोर अदर पीपल, राइट? गिव मी एन एग्जाम्पल कि कोई मूवी में वेयर इन योर ब्रदर्स मूवी और योर फादर्स मूवी कोई दूसरा कैरेक्टर यू लव्ड वाचिंग.
See, it's like Omji in so many of the films my brother's done. I mean, I even used to love the villains in the film.
जैसे you mean?
Jesse Danny sir, you know, and Amrish ji,
And Gadar.
you know, to play those characters, even in Ghayal, they were interesting. Then Omji in Ghayal was so interesting as a cop, and there were so many characters like that I used to enjoy watching.
Which one did you love the most?
I mean, I have a lot of respect for Amrish ji and Omji, not because they're not with us right now, but because they were great human beings. I get connected with people when they're like that, mostly.
Okay.
You know, for me, I miss them because I was so lucky to have worked with them, especially with Amrish ji, because I just did one movie with him. And I remember seeing him in Yatim. Oh my God, I was so impressed by him in Yatim. His whole persona, his larger than life, you know, the way he was, you know, like he would just take away the whole screen and you just looked at him. I just loved him in that, you know. Yatim was one of my brother's favorite films made by J.P. Datta.
So what was about him as an actor? Now,
He's done characters which are such caricature characters, which are so over the top, yet he was convincing.
yeah.
And that is the most difficult thing for any actor to do. Be over the top and still not be irritating. You know, because cinema, when it started, when it was, now it's becoming a little real. But at a point, it was all about overacting and how you can convince people with your overacting. You know, and if you really notice his work, you'll say, "Oh my God, such overacting," but you still enjoy him.
Yeah.
You know, and Omji, because of his subtleness and the way he would bring out that character and just perform in front of you, you know, it was just, I used to just love Omji.
Yeah. True.
So it was like even Sanjeev Kumar sir, you know, he was a great actor. I mean, all these people, even like, if you really think of Sholay, there are two people that really stay with you, is Sanjeev Kumar's character and Amjad Ji's character. They really stay with you,
Yeah.
you know, because they were kind of so important and special. And they were all, I mean, especially for Sanjeev Kumar sir, he was not given that much, but yet the power in his eyes, you know, the strength of his just being silent in a scene was magical, you know. So you can have a character which plays for the gallery and people enjoy when you watch a movie. So you forget, you give them more importance in your reviews, in your discussions, but suddenly when you sit back and you think of the other characters and you say, dude, that was like, what a
Incredible.
performance.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do right now, you know, and I'm stuck with playing antagonists.
Not stuck. You nail it. You choose it. It's coming to you.
No, but I enjoy them because
Yeah.
they've all been different. You know, like Ashram was a completely different guy, different persona, different everything. Then Love Hostel again. You know, I always believe when I play these antagonist characters who are so-called negative or the villains, I don't think of them while performing as villains or negative. Because when you really meet people, a lot of people in your life, like you do meet a lot of people, you come across people who you're like, why can't they see they're wrong? Why can't they see they're lying? Why can't they see that they're so wrong and mean? Because they don't believe they are.
Yeah.
Because for them, their reality is something else. You know, their backstory is something else.
True.
So that's how I play these characters, and that's why maybe I connect with the audiences, you know, because I mean, like, for me, Sandeep Reddy Vanga, I loved his films. I love his work. No matter, there's a lot of debate about what kind of movies he makes. I don't want to get into that. For me, I don't think about all those things. I think about, whenever I choose a project, it's not about what people think of that person or don't think of the person. It's an entertainment business. So I think about the characters I play.
Yeah.
And unless they don't have substances, they don't motivate me, or I don't have the gut instinct about it, I don't want to do them. And for me, I loved the way Sandeep Reddy Vanga brings out the other side of every character, which exists, which is not shown in movies, because movies is always about good. You know, every good has bad in it.
Yeah.
But he brings that grayer shades in every character, and he brings the reality about it in a commercial way. So when he offered me Animal, again, it was like, couldn't believe that he has messaged me, "Hi, this is Sandeep Reddy Vanga, I would like to meet you regarding a movie." I'm like, what? Is this really Sandeep Reddy Vanga? I told my manager, I said, find out.
सच है कि झूठा है?
Such a, नहीं उसी का number है. I called him up immediately and I said, yeah, Sandeep, let's meet. And then we met. It was COVID time. And he narrated the whole idea to me. And I, as I said, I was looking for work which is out of my comfort zone. But when I met him, I didn't expect him to say, okay, this is a story. Your cousins, your relatives, you have this enmity because of the reasons why each of your characters feel you were wronged. And there's this beautiful climax sequence. I have this song. It's the love of the brothers, which will be shown in that song while you're fighting. And your character doesn't speak. I'm like, hello. I mean, now I'm here with Sandeep Reddy Vanga, and I'm getting the biggest. For me, it was just working with Sandeep Reddy Vanga was the biggest moment. I'm not just saying it. I really mean that. And I'm like, and working with Ranveer. Like, if I have two favorites in the industry, I openly have been saying it, is Ranveer and Alia. Not because the others are not so good.
Yeah.
These are my choices. And I think Ranveer and Alia are two of the finest actors we have. And so the whole I said, fine, I'll do it, I said, but finally when the shooting was taking time and, it was going on, and I'm like calling Sandeep, what's happening? No, we'll be shooting this month, then it would get pushed. Then I started getting insecure. I started thinking, have they removed me? Because, it's not a very lengthy role, but have they taken someone else? They've changed their mind. Because these kind of insecurities are there in every actor's mind, that itna time kyun lag raha hai. Then finally, he said there's a bare body fight sequence, he told me. And I was like really working out, giving it all out, and then finally, when I did that, I learned sign language. And I knew it will be a good film. I knew that, again, as a character, people will enjoy. I hope they enjoy my work. But I didn't imagine it would be that moment in every actor's life. It changes everything for them. It was, I swear, it took me almost a year. I kept pinching myself. I sometimes, even now, pinch myself to really believe that, oh my God, things have really changed for me, Has it really happened? So I think hard work really changes into luck. There's so many people who work hard. I just, kids come up, message me sometimes, or wherever I go, they meet me. What advice can you give me? I don't want to scare them from their dreams. And I don't want them to not know the reality of it either. So I always tell them it's very difficult. Look at me, I'm the biggest example. I'm an insider and I still had to fight it to come up. But don't stop dreaming. But don't just dream. Work hard.
Work hard for it.
Be disciplined, and manifest, but be disciplined. Because discipline is the most difficult thing to be. It is. Every day I fight to be disciplined. I think you too, I'm sure. Because you have to, when you're disciplined, everything falls in place.
Yeah.
Nahi to sab bikhar jata hai.
True.
So I think that's something I've really, really tried to push myself to be disciplined. Eat right, sleep as much as I can on time, be in an environment which is only positive, and just, I try to avoid I hate crowded places, but my whole industry is all about being in crowded places. But I think discipline and self-belief, and be a good human being first. That's what I was taught by my dad. Don't make excuses. It's easy to make excuses. It's like you can be wrong and say sorry easily.
Yeah.
Excuses are like that.
Yeah.
So I always say don't make excuses, because there's an excuse for everything. I tell my kids that. I tell them, you've seen your papa. You've seen what he's been through. Maybe you were very young when he went through that bad phase, but you still saw what I went through. And I have not drunk a drop of alcohol since over a year.
Nice.
I just said to myself, if I want to celebrate, I want to remember what I'm celebrating. Not get intoxicated and not remember that moment which is so special to me. And I don't want to give a bhashan that you should not drink, because I have no one to give that lecture. But I just still believe that there are a lot of these kind of things which we end up doing, and we should just try to stay away from it, because it takes away your focus in life. God has given me a second chance, and I'm just trying to just make the most of it. Enjoy every moment and make the most of it. Like even for me, Bads of Bollywood, it was a call from Red Chillies, and I was told that Aryan Khan is directing. Would you like to be a part of it? They'd like to meet you. I said, I'm doing it. I didn't even say I'm doing it, I said. Because I am from the same industry. I have two boys who want to get into this industry. And if my own industry people are not there for me, where will I go? It's the thought I have. This emotion, that's the fear. You need each other.
True.
And Shah Rukh is just, he's just amazing as a person. Shah Rukh is like so respectful. He makes you feel so special. These are the qualities my dad, I've seen them in my dad.
Yeah.
And my dad is a legend. And these are the qualities I've seen in Shah Rukh, And that's what I mean. That's what every person, you know, should not बहक नहीं जाना चाहिए. And also, I mean, I just wanted, you know, and I went to meet Aryan, insisted on narrating the whole story to me. 7 hours I sat with him, and the way he narrated, I was just taken in by his conviction. Because a few months back, I met him at a party. He was standing by himself, and everyone, there was a lot of people, but I just saw him and I just went up to him and I chatted with him for half an hour, and I just found something special about him. He looks intense, but there's something about his intensity. There's something in his eyes. And when I met him and I actually sat and heard him, I was like amazed, you know. And I was just like, dude, did I just get lucky being a part of this? You know. And then when I was on the sets and when I was working with him, that's when I realized that I just got lucky. Because an actor can look as good, his performance can look only as good as it can because of a director. You can be the finest actors, but if the director can't see that and use it in an actor, it'll never come across. And the kind of maturity Aryan has, I was just amazed. And I kept telling myself, I know what he must be going through. He is a superstar's son. The pressure he has, and he's chosen not to act, maybe because one of those reasons, but he's chosen even the most toughest aspect of filmmaking is becoming a director. You know. But the way he was calm, the way he was on the sets, and he just made us work really hard. And if there was no EP coming up to him and saying it's pack up, he would never pack up, I guess. But that's the reason why people have enjoyed his show. That's what he did. He made every character look the character, play the part, you know. I mean, everyone's getting so much love for it.
Do you feel there are similarities between you and Aryan? क्योंकि दोनों का background insiders, पापा दोनों superstars, and then you work together. Maybe some kind of similarity or same level of...
I guess I wish I had the same fire like he had now at this age. I mean, I started off with a lot of fire, with a lot of this thing that I'm going to, you know,
kill it.
But things got delayed for me a lot, you know, and but I was really involved when I started, you know.
But do you see any other similarities?
Other than that, no, I think he's very talented. I don't know if I'm that talented. And he has
you being humble.
No, I think his persona, he attracts you. He has this thing about him. He just attracts you.
But do you feel कि probably वो भी उसी pressure और thoughts और confusion से जा रहा होगा जिसके through आप थे?
Definitely. I'm sure he is. I mean, he's been through a lot more than I have in many other ways, which no child should ever go through, you know. And but that's the way the world is becoming right now. You know, that's human beings.
But as a star kid and as a part of industry, बहुत चीजें दिमाग में नहीं रखनी पड़ती थी पार्टी के टाइम पे. ओवरथिंक नहीं करते थे.
उस वक्त नहीं.
अच्छा,
उस वक्त था ही नहीं ऐसा कुछ.
कोई पापराज़ी कल्चर नहीं था.
मतलब ऐसा कोई फोन नहीं था जिसमें कैमरा था, तो अब कौन फोटो खींचेगा, कौन वीडियो लेगा आपकी. अभी शुरू हुआ है. अभी अगर मैं बड़ा हो रहा होता तो मेरी तो लाइफ एकदम. आई थिंक अबाउट माई किड्स. I mean, they are so under the scrutiny of paps and things like that. I keep my kids away from everything as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because obviously, Aryan ka show the first time. It was his first show, and मैं अपने बेटे को साथ में लेकर गया. मेरा छोटा बेटा अभी भी शर्मीला है, वो नहीं आता. लेकिन I just, it's a special moment. And so that's how it is. I mean, obviously my family का culture हम लोग traditional है बहुत, तो पर मैंने हमेशा यही सोचा था कि जब मैं शादी करूँगा, जिससे भी शादी करूँगा, अगर उसको काम करना है मैं उसको कभी रोकूंगा नहीं, क्योंकि it's so unfair. And my wife works, and
but it's inevitable कि आपका fame will go to your wife and your kids, and उनके लिए चीज़ें difficult होगी comparatively to what you were, because today social media world.
हाँ वो तो है,
तो do you tell them कुछ to keep in mind कि पार्टी
ऐसा
करो
नहीं-
करनी है लेकिन घर में करना, बाहर मत
नहीं
करना?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोलता, क्योंकि मेरी वाइफ ने उनको इतनी अच्छी परवरिश दी है बच्चों को, और मेरे बच्चे इतने समझदार हैं। मैं अपने बच्चों की तारीफ ऐसे ही नहीं कर रहा। मेरे बच्चों को पार्टी करने का इतना शौक भी नहीं है। वो बहुत कम जाएंगे बाहर, उनके दोस्तों के साथ अगर खाने पे चले गए उसके बाद में वो घर आ जाते हैं।
You know, you once, I was reading about you, कहीं पे आपने बोला था कि I was a star once and it died. क्यों बोला ये?
इसका मीनिंग यही है कि आई डोंट वांट टू थिंक अबाउट माई सेल्फ एज अ स्टार, बिकॉज टू सस्टेन बीइंग अ स्टार इज़ नॉट दैट ईजी। और मुझे जब सब कोई बोल भी देता है कहीं जाता हूँ और सुपरस्टार या स्टार बॉबी देओल, ऐसे नहीं यार, मैं बॉबी देओल हूँ, एक्टर हूँ। मुझे एक्टर्स, अगर आप एक्टर की रिस्पेक्ट देंगे, दैट मीन्स द वर्ल्ड टू मी।
But you were star once.
I was, because I had so many hits. So how do you gauge anyone's? How do you know? There's no meter as such. When you give a lot of hits, you become a star.
Yeah.
You get your market value becomes better.
कभी ऐसे सर पे चढ़ा, ऐसे हुआ कि
नहीं चढ़ा।
it got to your head?
Never got to my head.
What went wrong?
I wish I realized how important or how short-lived it can be. Because I would have worked harder. I just went with the flow. मैं जाता था, शूटिंग करता था, फिल्म चल गई, अच्छा हुआ, नहीं चली तो दुख तो बहुत होता था। फिर एक समय ऐसा आया कि फिल्में चलना बंद हो गई और काम मिलना बंद हो गया। कितने सब्जेक्ट्स जो मुझे मिलने वाले थे बाकी एक्टर्स जाके छीनते थे इन द सेंस दैट वो ऑफिस में पहुंच जाते थे और कन्विंस कर लेते थे, और फिर लोग मेरी थोड़ा सा इनसिक्योरिटी दिखती है ना कि इसकी चली नहीं फिल्म तो इसको ले लेते हैं। ऐसा बहुत होता है हर बिजनेस।
What went wrong when? Give me an incident जहाँ पे आपको लगा कि ओके अब तो हो गया।
I guess I could not say no to a lot of people when जैसे मेरा जब रिश्ते बनते हैं लोगों से तो मैं उनको ना नहीं बोल पाता आसानी से। मैं पता नहीं क्यों, मैं सेल्फिश नहीं बन जाता। मैं ये नहीं सोचता कि मेरा काम पहले बाद में रिश्ता। मेरे लिए रिश्ते हो जाते हैं और वो इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाते हैं। I respect them. But being in this line, it's not about relationships. And I learned that I saw my dad doing that.
Yeah.
उन्होंने इतने फिल्में की हैं जो चली नहीं, लेकिन उन्होंने रिश्ते के लिए कर दिए। कभी तो ऐसे ही कर दिया कुछ भी, पर वो देखकर मैंने भी वैसे ही रखा अपने आप को। हाँ, फिर देखा कि फिल्में चल नहीं रही, फिर कोई आता नहीं, जिसके लिए किया भी काम वो भी किसी और को ले रहे। You know, so I have done things like that in my career where I didn't think of how it would take me back. But that's how you learn. It's not.
Like what was a specific moment जहाँ पे ये खत्म होने लग गया, काम ही आना बंद हो गया?
काम आना बंद हो गया, और काम आ रहा था, ऐसा नहीं कि बंद हुआ, पर ऐसा काम आ रहा था जो अब सोच के भी मतलब कैसे मैं अपने आप को यहाँ कैसे मैं अपने आप से ये काम करवाऊंगा, कैसे ये रोल करूँगा, ऐसे किस्म के रोल्स मिलने लग गए। मुझे वो नहीं करना था।
डू यू थिंक आपकी कोई गलती थी जिसकी वजह से काम नहीं आया?
Definitely, I think maybe because I think I didn't see many hardships what my father saw when he struggled to become an actor.
So आपने ऐसे granted ले लिया? Is that what you say?
Maybe I did, because I was given everything. Life was very comfortable, and
किस पे काम करते now that you have this understanding?
I work on myself.
Like
I am more focused. I take care of my health. I take care of what I eat. I listen to scripts, not just listen to them. I work with my directors and writers. I sit and discuss things. I don't just let it happen. I really get into the whole, into it, you know.
पहले नहीं करते थे?
पहले मेरे को लगता था रिस्पेक्ट, वो डायरेक्टर है, वो उसका काम, मैं कैसे कुछ बोलूँगा, क्योंकि हमें वो सिखाया जाता था। वो बड़े हैं, उनको कैसे बोल दूँ कि आप जो करवा रहे हो वो ठीक नहीं लग रहा, ये डायलॉग ठीक नहीं लग रहा। अब मैं नहीं वैसा हूँ। अब जो मेरे को दिल में आता है मैं डिस्कस करता हूँ, और लकीली मुझे ऐसे डायरेक्टर्स मिले जो सुनते हैं। आई थिंक व्हाट मेक्स यू अ गुड डायरेक्टर और एन एक्टर इज व्हेन यू लिसन, बिकॉज इट्स ऑल अबाउट एक्शन रिएक्शन। If as a director you don't listen to your actors, you won't understand them and you won't be able to get the work out of them. And an actor, when he's performing, if he doesn't listen to his character who's playing opposite him, you won't give the reaction. You know, वो आप महसूस ही नहीं कर रहे, आप सुन ही नहीं रहे, वो बोल कुछ रहा है, आप रिएक्शन और कुछ और बोल रहे हो। So these are things I've learned over the years, and also I get up every day in the morning. मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ I'm going to conquer the world. I motivate myself. मेरे लिए क्या था सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट जो मेरे हाथ से छिन गया था, सेट पे होना, every day be on set.
Yeah.
I'm on set, मैं ये नहीं सोचता कि टाइम क्यों लग रहा है इतना शॉर्ट के बीच में, मैं पूछ लूंगा कि क्या हो रहा है, और ये नहीं क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं. God has given me this opportunity again to be on a set.
पहले करते थे सर?
पहले शायद करता हूँगा मैं, क्योंकि मैं immature था, I feel.
Were you a little tantrumy, pompous?
I wasn't, maybe people thought that way because that's what I heard about myself on the internet. People used to say I used to come late to work. I didn't want to work. It was never like that. I was never late to work. I never, I gave one interview years back and that's when I spoke about all these things because people had a wrong impression about me. And that wife के पास बहुत पैसे है, इसको काम करने की जरूरत नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
What do you think is the biggest misunderstanding about you?
See, actors get misunderstood very easily because that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
People speak a lot. People like to hear only bad things about people, and that gets more spoken, that gets more likes, as you say it in this new language. But that's why I said, मैं जहाँ भी जाता हूँ लोग मुझे यही बोलते हैं कि हम खुश हो रहे हैं क्योंकि आप सक्सेसफुल हो रहे हो, हमें खुशी हो रही है. तो that's an achievement, I think. It's the biggest achievement any actor can get.
Fair.
So
Misunderstanding क्या आपके बारे में? What do you think?
Misunderstanding यही जो मैंने क्लियर कर दी है कि मैं लेजी नहीं हूँ.
Now the people know this.
Yeah, but
today, what do you think is there a misunderstanding?
There's no misunderstanding.
Now people know you for who you are.
Yeah, now people are giving me so much respect because end of the day मेरा काम बोल रहा है.
हाँ.
कुछ भी हो जाए, मैं चाहे कितने इंटरव्यूज दे दूं अपने आप को क्लियर करने के लिए,
काम नहीं बोलेगा,
कोई सुनने नहीं वाला. पर जब मुझे ये भी बोलते हैं जब मैं मिलता हूँ लोगों से कि जब आपका काम चल भी नहीं रहा था फिर भी हमारे लिए आपके लिए एक बुरा शब्द नहीं था, आपको हम इतना प्यार पसंद करते हैं.
Nice.
पर एक टाइम था जब मैं ट्रोल हो गया था डीजे बनने के चक्कर में. मुझे आज भी डीजे बुलाते, मुझे कभी कभी मैसेज आएंगे, सर डीजे, दिस थिंग हैपनिंग, वुड यू बी इंटरेस्टेड इन बीइंग द डीजे. आई सेड आई एम नॉट अ डीजे.
क्या था वो?
एक इंसिडेंट था जब आप एक्टर हो, मे बी यू ऑल्सो समटाइम्स गेट कॉल्ड टू इवेंट्स एंड यू गेट पेड टू बी एट द इवेंट. तो मुझे बुलाया गया था दिल्ली में एक नाइट क्लब की एक स्पेशल नाइट के लिए और मैं गेस्ट था. तो उन्होंने बोला कि आप कंसोल के पीछे खड़े हो जाओ और बस ऐसे हाथ लगा देना कि आप म्यूज़िक प्ले कर रहे हो. अब म्यूज़िक तो वही बजेगा जो एक्टर का म्यूज़िक है. डीजे प्ले कर रहा है मेरे गाने. तो वही चल रहा था, क्राउड सब ठीक ही था. फिर एक महीने के बाद में पता नहीं कौन था जिसने जो मेरे को ट्रोल कराना शुरू किया कि मैं बॉबी देओल क्या समझता है अपने आप को, अपना म्यूज़िक बजा रहा था, ये कर रहा था, वो कर रहा था. Some took it in the negative way. Somebody think अरे बॉबी डीजे बन गया है, मुझे डीजे का ABCD नहीं आता. आज तक लोग मुझे कभी कभी बोलते और उनका बी प्लान है डीजे बॉबी देओल, ये वो. मैं डीजे नहीं आता. अभय डज डीजे, अभय likes to do that, but I don't. So that's one thing people I was misunderstood for
बुरा
that.
लगा कभी ये सब?
I was broken. My heart was broken. People made fun of me. I'm being honest. When people make fun of you, your heart breaks, and that's when you start giving up more and more. And that's why the things which give you comfort are the wrong things, like alcohol.
सबसे बुरा क्या लगा था उस पॉइंट?
कि लोग मजाक उड़ाते थे मेरा. मतलब वो तो ऐसे ही है. How mean people can be. And
tell me the meanest thing you've read about yourself or heard.
First time I read something like this was when I did Soldier.
क्या?
That I was a bad actor and all this, though my film was a big hit, by this very famous editor and the guy who used to preview, and I didn't speak to that magazine for 1 year. I said, I don't want to talk to these people only. Then they came and met me and, because I was still doing well,
Yeah.
So they came and then I said, okay. But I was very hurt that time. Then there was this famous celebrity lady who called me an Italian waiter. But then recent times she tried to be nice about me. So these things happen.
तो उस टाइम पे क्या fear था आपका?
Conscious, obviously I was fear of being embarrassed. It happens.
अब नहीं है?
अब नहीं है.
What changed?
I don't know, I'm fearless. besides making me dance on stage. I am fearless about everything else.
You're a good dancer. You should dance more.
नहीं यार, मुझे नहीं आते, मुझे तो अपने खुद के फिल्मों के गाने के स्टेप्स याद नहीं है. बाकी सब एक्टर चले जाते हैं, उनका गाना बजता है, वो अपने स्टेप शुरू कर देते हैं. मेरे से नहीं होता ये सब, सच्ची में नहीं होता. तो मैं तो पहले ही बोल देता हूँ, जाने से पहले कभी गया हूँ मैं कोई रियलिटी शो पे, मुझसे डांस मत कराना है, लेकिन दे वुड स्टिल मेक मी. पर वही है, बाकी तो मुझे कुछ बात का डर नहीं है. मैं
आज fearless हो.
आई एम fearless. I think to a great level I'm fearless, you know.
एंड उस टाइम पे fear था कि कोई आपको embarrass ना कर दे, तो
कोई एम्बैरेस ना कर दे, कोई
आप एक इमेज को
हाँ मेंटेन रखना,
मेंटेन करने की कोशिश
ऐसा कुछ नहीं. मैं बनावटी बन ही नहीं सकता. मैं I'm very unfiltered. I don't know how to be filtered. I don't know how to filter myself when I'm talking. Abhay is the opposite of me. Abhay is Abhay, but I love that about him.
कैसी डायनेमिक है आपकी अभय
वो
के
मेरे से बहुत छोटा है, 7 साल छोटा है मुझसे. तो Abhay is very, I think, one of the most talented actors. उसके खुद की, he has such strong beliefs that he's done what he wants to do.
He's a good entrepreneur also, no?
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
got talent.
he कुछ बातें तो सही नहीं होती, बोल देते हैं कि ये है वो है, पर ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. वो मुझसे इतनी बातें बताता नहीं है, लेकिन उसने बहुत खूबसूरत घर बनाया है गोवा में. मुझे कहता रहता कि कम स्टे देयर. मुझे गोवा इतना पसंद नहीं जाना.
क्यों?
पता नहीं, मुझे आई थिंक आई लाइक द माउंटेन्स.
ओके.
आई एम मोर ऑफ अ माउंटेन पर्सन देन बीचेस. ये नहीं कि गोवा खूबसूरत नहीं है, गोवा की भी एक खूबसूरती है, पर
You like mountains.
आई लाइक माउंटेन्स. आई लाइक द कोल्ड. पर मैं उसको बोलता रहता हूँ, अगर तू एक्टर नहीं होता ना तो लॉयर बन जाता, क्योंकि आई कांट विन एन आर्ग्यूमेंट विद हिम. आई हैव टोल्ड देम दैट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग टू हिम.
हाँ.
आई कैन नॉट आर्ग्यू विद हिम बिकॉज वी एंड अप फाइटिंग. और वो छोटा है तो मेरा गुस्सा भी सहन कर लेता है. यू नो, वो है हमारे फैमिली में कि बड़े हमेशा कुछ भी बोलने, छोटा सुन लेता.
ये तो मोस्ट इंडियन
वही.
और बहुत बार छोटे ऐसे भी हैं कि चलो ठीक है, ये तो बोलते रहते हैं,
अरे
अपने
ऐसे
ही है, अपन साइड में
नहीं,
जाओ.
मुझे याद है, अब मैं क्या था कि हम जॉइंट फैमिली में रहते हैं, तो अभय और मैं, जब भैया की शादी होगी तो मैं और अभय एक रूम में सोते थे साथ में. और रात को मैं पापा का वेट करता था कि कब सोएंगे, क्योंकि वो मुझे बुलाते थे ऊपर. वीडियो VHS होता था तभी, वो कनेक्ट कर दे, ये लगा दे, और मुझे आता था. काश नहीं आता, पूछते ही नहीं मुझे. तो मैं वेट करता था, पापा ने कुछ फिल्म देखनी है, मैंने लगा दी. फिर मैं निकलने लगता था, तो मैं कंबल के नीचे तकिया रखता था और अभय को बोलता था कि कोई पूछेगा तो बोलना सो रहा है, उठ नहीं रहा भाभी. तो बोलता भैया यू नॉट डूइंग इट द राइट वे, लेट मी हेल्प यू. तो मुझे हेल्प कर रहा है, उसमें बड़े प्यार से अच्छे से लगा कि सचमुच में कोई सो रहा है, कंबल डाला और मैं चला गया. फिर कुछ साल बाद मैं आया घर, अभय, और देखा यार ये तो तकिए हैं. अभय गायब है. फिर मेरी माँ मुझे बोलती थी तूने बिगाड़ा है अभय को. अब मैंने कैसे बिगाड़ दिया, अब घर पर नहीं है, रात को कहाँ चला गया. सो दीज आर सम ब्यूटीफुल मेमोरीज आई हैव ऑफ ग्रोइंग अप, दो आई बुलीड हिम अ लॉट. आई विश आई डिडंट.
क्या करते थे?
जैसे मैं छोटा था तो मुझे भैया बुली करते थे, और तो मैंने भी, होता है ना, मैं भी डांट देता था, क्या कर रहा है, क्यों कर रहा है. And I wish I wasn't like that.
You spoke about Imtiaz Ali. There was one movie you got replaced.
Yeah.
क्या हुआ उसमें? Tell me.
कुछ नहीं है. I think.
Did you feel bad जब आपको ऐसा हुआ?
I was heartbroken, as I said. I mean, these things break your heart. I was not getting work. I was doing films with certain directors, which I was just doing them. They were typical Bollywood films, and there was this story which in fact with Imtiaz, I have nothing against him. I love the guy. He's just an amazing director, one of the most talented directors we have in our industry, and a really lovely guy. And I guess in that moment in his career also, he was insecure and he had to make choices. But the thing happened in the most bad way, because
क्या हुआ?
I was trying. I saw rough cut of the first half of Sochana Tha. And I was taken complete bored over the film. I was like, क्या फिल्म बनाई है. तो इम्तियाज़ को मैं मिला, मैंने कहा इम्तियाज़ मुझे तेरे साथ काम करना है, कुछ भी हो जाए तो मेरे लिए कहानी लेकर, मेरे को तेरे साथ काम करना. आई थिंक वो एक ही डायरेक्टर जिसको मैंने कभी ऐसा बोला होगा. और उसने कहा मैं हाँ पक्का लिखूँगा. तो वो लिखने शुरू की उसने, और फिर टाइम मेरा थोड़ा ठीक नहीं आ रहा था. तो मेरे पास एक प्रोड्यूसर भी आए थे, नाम भूल गया उस कंपनी का, और मैंने उन्हें कहा, वो मेरे साथ फिल्म करना चाह रहे थे, तो मैंने कहा इम्तियाज़ को ले लो, बट दे हैड सम रीजंस दे डिडंट वांट टू टेक इम्तियाज़। तो मैंने बोला यार, फिर मैंने बोला क्या करें, तो मैंने बोला चलो कास्टिंग में लड़कियां हीरोइंस ढूंढते हैं, कौन हीरोइन प्ले करेगा। तो मैंने उसको करीना कपूर के पास भेजा। करीना स्वीटली हर्ड इट बट शी सेड नो। फिर टाइम गुजर गया और एक साल 2 साल हो गए या 1 साल हो गया। फिर मैंने प्रीति से बात की। प्रीति ने बोला मैं करूँगी लेकिन 6-7 महीने बाद। और उसी 6 महीने बाद वही लोग जो इम्तियाज़ को नहीं लेना चाहते थे उन्होंने ही प्रोड्यूस की, इम्तियाज़ को साइन किया, करीना कपूर ने किया, और शाहिद कपूर प्लेड द रोल आई वाज सपोज्ड टू प्ले। बट
जब भी मैट
उस वक्त उसका नाम कुछ और था। करीना के कैरेक्टर का नाम क्या था मैं भूल गया। गीत था टाइटल जब हम कहानी लिखी गई थी, क्योंकि इट्स अबाउट द गर्ल। Well, but it's my destiny. I wasn't meant to be in it. But at that point, I was heartbroken. I had no work as such that I was going to really enjoy doing.
And
Like this, I really loved the story of Geet. Then at the same time when that happened, I got offered Jhoom Barabar Jhoom, which again, I was really happy. Chalo, ye nahi hua. Kam se kam Yash Raj Banner has taken me for a project. But that also was a disaster at box office. So things were just not working for me.
कभी ऐसा लगा कि did you feel at any point inferiority लगी कभी?
Yeah, my wife always told me
क्या?
that why do you think so less about yourself?
उस टाइम पे you were feeling less about yourself?
During that phase of 5 years, 6 years, I used to think less of myself. I used to even go to parties, I used to just stay in one corner, not try to come in the forefront. I just didn't feel that anyone wanted to talk to me or anyone wanted to give me any importance.
That you're small.
Yeah, and then जब मैं जाता था तो मुझे वैसे भी any importance मिलती थी। बस मैं वहीं खड़ा रहता था, कोई मिल गया तो हेलो बोल दी। सब मैं देखता रहता था, सब उनके पास ही जिसकी ज़रूरत है उनके पास सब मंडरा रहे हैं। So this used to get to you. But it's taught me, failure has taught me that you can't take anything for granted. You cannot, तो आप बहक नहीं सकते, क्योंकि ये कभी आपके साथ मेरे पास थी और चली गई। और अगर मैं फिर से बहक जाऊँगा, start thinking big in my head, it's going to go away. It's going to hurt me more, you know. So I just listen to people. I don't like to have people around me जो चमचे थे, जो उस वक्त उस जमाने में चमचे बुलाए जाते थे।
आज भी वही बोलते हैं।
हाँ, आज भी बोलते हैं। तो मैंने देखा है अपने पापा के चारों तरफ घूमते रहते थे। मेरे भैया के आसपास भी 1-2 होते थे ऐसे। पर मैंने कभी उनका सच्चाई को कभी सच्चाई नहीं मानी। मुझे मालूम था ये ऐसी मतलब बोल रहे हैं आपको खुश रखने के लिए। So I never get taken in by any of these big talks. I always believe that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I can feel it. And I feel it more now than I did before. And then at 3 o'clock in the morning, this all happened to me after Animal released. So I sat and watched Animal on Netflix. मैं देखूं मैंने क्या है। और 3 घंटे की फिल्म मैंने पूरी देखी। फिर मुझे समझ में नहीं आया मैंने ऐसा क्या कर दिया। You know, I'm like, I went to sleep around 10 o'clock in the morning and I got up at 11, and by 12 I left for work. And I shot for 12 hours with him. And वहाँ पहुँचा तो डायलॉग्स नहीं, वो उसी वक्त डायलॉग्स देता है। और ऐसे मोमेंट्स क्रिएट किए गए थे उस स्क्रिप्ट में कि you should just understand the emotion and the words will just come. So I've never worked like that before. And so मैं हमेशा बोलता रहता हूँ कि मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मैं वर्कशॉप कर रहा हूँ। मैं एक एक्टिंग क्लास ले रहा हूँ 3 हफ्ते की, और मैं सीख रहा हूँ, और मैं बहुत सीखा उसमें एज एन एक्टर, हाउ टू टैप माई इनर सोल इवन मोर, हाउ टू बी रियल, टू बी आवरसेल्व्स लाइक हाउ आई एम राइट नाउ इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कैमरा। इट्स नॉट दैट इजी, यू नो।
उस टाइम पे जब आप सारे हीरो लार्जर देन लाइफ की कोई आपका कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकता ऐसे रोल्स करते हो, एंड देन आपकी लाइफ में एक प्रोजेक्ट जाता है, दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट जाता है, एंड देन यू स्टार्ट डाउटिंग योरसेल्फ। आप पार्टीज़ में जा रहे हो, आप सोच रहे हो कि आई एम मे बी लेसर। व्हाट अबाउट यू फेल्ट लेसर? Because inferiority complex is very normal.
Yeah.
Every human being goes through it.
Everybody goes through it. It's not just me alone.
Yeah,
A lot of people
everybody
go
goes
it.
through
At
it.
one
So-
moment, at one given point.
Yeah,
But
somehow.
for me, it was a very long period, I feel.
तो क्या मतलब किस बारे में इन्फीरियोरिटी हो रही थी कि मैं ज़्यादा बड़ा स्टार नहीं हूँ, कि मैं बेकार हूँ, या मुझे एक्टिंग नहीं आती, या मुझे कोई पसंद नहीं करता, या आई एम नॉट पावरफुल इनफ.
I think it's
What is it?
all of these things. All these things what you just said. ये सब चीज़ें एक साथ दिमाग में आ जाती हैं. And so it becomes more and more. It brings you down. And because I'm so emotional, it kind of made me even more weaker in that moment.
Hmm.
And alcohol was my only support system at that point. And I just started drinking a lot and not realizing what it was doing to me. You know, kept blaming the world around me कि मुझे समझते नहीं है,
क्या ब्लेम करते थे?
कि मेरा पोटेंशियल नहीं जानते, मैं कर सकता हूँ, मैं वो एक्टर कर रहा तो मैं भी कर सकता हूँ. सब दिमाग में ये बातें चलने लगती है. लेकिन वो क्यों कर रहे हैं ऐसा? क्यों अच्छा इनको इम्प्रूव, क्यों उनको अच्छा लग रहा है उनका काम? क्योंकि दे वर्किंग ऑन देमसेल्व्स, दे आर नॉट गिविंग अप, दे हैव सेल्फ बिलीफ.
Yeah.
All those things no one realizes. You know, Salman is Salman because of his self-belief, man. Shah Rukh is Shah Rukh because of his self-belief and hard work. You know, Amir, my brother, Akshay, Ranveer, all of them. You know, everyone is because they have so much belief and I think there's so many other actors who don't reach that kind of stardom, but you enjoy them as actors. There's so many of them. In my web series itself, Paths of Bollywood, Manish has done such a great job. Manoj Pawar sir, he's been there in the industry for so long. He's always been there and always entertaining us,
Yeah.
you know. And look at Raghav. Look at his journey, man.
Raghav, Lakshay, both.
Yeah. I mean, they have a journey. I mean, all of them. So,
I love Raghav, by the way.
you know, I love Raghav as a person also.
I love I've been following him since, when I was a kid, and then I love how he's evolved over the years from that one slow-mo walk. I don't know if you know
Dude,
him.
the
about
other day, mera chota beta is a big fan of his.
that.
Like
I'm a big fan.
My younger son, Dharam, is a big fan of his. And because my younger son is just obsessed about movies, movie making, and to another level. Not that my older son isn't. So he showed me that video of his.
वो slow-mo walk.
Slow-mo walk wala, when he had learnt the
Croc rocks
dance.
Uh,
And, you know, it was just lovely to watch that.
yeah.
And it's so amazing and so beautiful to see him now.
His journey is
And he's so grounded. So
he's an
respect.
incredible actor.
Yeah, he's incredible to another level. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the show as yet. There's this whole scene about him and
Imran Hashmi.
But the way he starts, when he sees him and when he has his emotion in his eyes and he's singing his song, people are laughing. But you can see he's emotional. And that's a sign of a great actor, you know.
Yeah.
I told him that. I mean, I think even Lakshya, I think everyone in the show, I mean, they've all worked so hard, and how Aryan has got work out of each and every one of them is incredible. Raghav was saying, you know, when I was offered the role, I was told to play a friend. I'm like, क्या हो रहा है? Friend का role करूँ मैं? तो Aryan told him, तू क्यों इतना सोच रहा है? तू बैठ, हम discuss करेंगे क्या तू कर सकता है, कैसे कर सकते हैं, and see what the show turned out for him. So I told him, I said, dude, we are lucky we got a great director who understands each and every one of us as the actors what we are capable of.
What was the lowest point in your life जब ये period चल रहा था?
Lowest point was that I was going through a bad time. My brother was going through a bad time. My dad was obviously not doing so much work. House was going through that pressure. But my brother would never show the pressure. He would always want to take care of every one of us. And they never gave me the responsibility. They always hid the stress thing from me. Because now I feel, why did they do that?
Shelter check.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
But give me an incident or moment where you felt कि छोड़ देता हूँ, अब मेरे से नहीं हो रहा, या अब because there was a moment where you have talked about कि आपने बहुत पीना स्टार्ट कर दिया, फिर उसके बाद आपने बहुत सेल्फ पिटी करना स्टार्ट कर दिया, and you were just going in this spiral और लो ही होते जा रहे थे. तो कौन सा ऐसा मोमेंट था where you're like,
I think
let me quit,
there's nothing that it's not harming me, so let me drink. I want to work. I still want to be an actor. But I was not seeing the mirror too often to see how bad I started looking, you know. And what was I mostly liked for or casted for was the way I look, my physicality, more than an actor. And then one day I was sitting, I used to just be home and my wife works, and my son suddenly tells my wife in front of me, obviously they didn't say it purposely, they were saying, you know, mom, आप हर दिन काम पे जाते हो, पापा तो हमेशा घर पर ही बैठे रहते हैं. And that just changed everything for me. That I just couldn't handle that.
क्या लगा खुद के बारे में?
कि what am I doing? What kind of a father? What kind of example am I setting up for my kids? वो कैसे बड़े होंगे? कैसे वो उनमें वो आग आएगी कुछ करना है लाइफ में अगर मैं ही गिव अप कर रहा हूँ? मैं ऐसा नहीं कर सकता अपने बच्चों को. उन्होंने नहीं कहा कि हमें पैदा करो, मैंने उन्हें लाइफ दी है, मैं उनको इस धरती पर लाया हूँ. तो ये तो मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि मुझे उनके लिए एक अच्छा एक एग्जाम्पल बनना चाहिए. एंड दैट्स व्हेन आई चेंज्ड. आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग आउट. आई स्टार्टेड प्रिपेयरिंग माई सेल्फ. I started doing acting classes. I did a few here and there. I tried to be ready so that if anyone came knocking at my door, I would do something. But even at that point, I did some films because my brother always wanted, you know, like kuch karte hain. We managed to do Yamna Pagla Divana and all those things, which were just bad directors, bad scripts, except for the first one. Nothing was working out, you know. But even then, I just started not letting that come to me. I said, no, things will happen. Things will happen.
Self-belief started coming.
Self-belief started coming.
Did you do any weird job?
No, dude. I've never done any job.
I mean, maybe something which you said कि मैं reality पे dance नहीं कर सकता. तो was like, okay, now nothing is working out. ये ऐड कर लेता हूँ या डांस कर लेता हूँ, मुंडन में चले जाता हूँ.
बुलाता ही नहीं था, कोई पूछता ही नहीं था.
डीजे वाला चीज
वो
तो मैं भी बनी जाता हूँ.
वो तो ऐसे इवेंट्स पे कभी चले गए. मैंने तो कितने मतलब आई वांटेड टू बी द ब्रेड अर्नर. आई मीन माय वाइफ वाज अर्निंग बट मैं आई यूज्ड टू जस्ट गो टू प्लेसेस व्हेन कुछ भी मिल जाए मैं चला जाता था वहाँ पर. आई वेंट टू सो मेनी टैलेंट एजेंसीज टू टेक मी ऑन
फॉर वर्क.
या एंड नो वन टुक मी ऑन. No one.
And you told them to sign you?
Yeah.
With request or with attitude कि मैं भी बड़ा?
No, with request. These are the times when I was trying to get back.
कि मेरा कुछ नहीं हो रहा है.
Like I want to meet people. I want to get a agency. System बदल रहा था ना. So a lot of talent agencies started coming up. I went to so many. I knew them also. And they just said no.
क्यों?
We can't do anything for you.
नहीं, आपकी डिमांड ही नहीं है.
हाँ, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. And I was like, what the you know, I mean, one person I know very closely did that to me. That really hurt me. But then I've learned from all these things. I've learned from all these situations, all these people around me, that you can't give up because nobody's yours. When you are of need, when you are of use, they will use you if you can make things change for them.
Yeah.
But Salman, UBTI is a company. My work has been taken care by them. You know, at least that kind of person who created a talent agency for people who he could help. And I'm a part of that. And even then I wasn't getting work. So Nikhil Dibedi, who's one of the partners in it, is a good friend of mine. And I would say, क्यों नहीं हो रहा? He said, Bobby, ऐसा नहीं होता. Talent agencies ऐसे काम नहीं लाती. It'll come. Then slowly and when things changed, then I realized, okay, maybe those people who said no to me, they can't do anything for me, were right.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't do anything for me. मेरी पहली फिल्म में मेरी लात टूट गई थी. Last day of the shoot, हम भैया ने मुझे मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन को और भी एनहांस करके दिखाना था. तो हम लोग, और मुझे टाइगर के साथ फाइट करना था. तो यहाँ पे मुंह सी देते हैं टाइगर का. तो हमको ये क्रूअल्टी टू एनिमल्स उस वक्त कोई देखता नहीं था. अभी तो शायद देखते हैं. तो हमने बोला हम नहीं करेंगे ऐसे शूटिंग. तो हम इटली गए. इटली में एक छोटे से गांव में एक है आदमी जिसके पास एक खुद का जू है. जहाँ साइबेरियन टाइगर है, ये टाइगर है, ब्लैक पैंथर बोलते हैं, ब्लैक वही है, ऐसे बहुत सारे एनिमल्स हैं। तो वहाँ जाके मैंने फाइट की उसके साथ, टाइगर के साथ, रियल टाइगर, मुंह खुला। मेरी तो मतलब मैं सोचना बंद कर देता था। वो ऐसे एक मीट का पीस ऐसे रखते थे और उसको गले पे ना पतली मेटल की वायर से पकड़ के रखा था, उसके नाखून काटे हुए थे लेकिन दांत मुंह खुला था। वो आता था, उसको बस वो मीट चाहिए, तो मुझे बस अपना हाथ उसके गर्दन के नीचे रखना पड़ता था और वो आकर मीट खाकर, और मैं ऐसे कर रहा था एक्शन कि मैं फाइट कर रहा हूँ। बट इमेजिन अ डॉग बाइटिंग यू, आई मीन दिस इज अ टाइगर,
God damn it.
बट वी डिड दैट एंड देन वी वेंट, हम लंदन गए, वहाँ पर हॉर्स राइडिंग के कुछ शॉट्स देने थे और पहले ही शॉट में मेरी लात टूट गई। सो लकली इट वाज द लास्ट डे ऑफ शूटिंग। बट उसके बाद में आई हैव द फियर ऑफ राइडिंग हॉर्सेस, थिंग्स लाइक दैट।
Did you went through depression or dark phase?
I mean, I would not know how to call that period of my life. Maybe I was in depression when I was not working, or I was just sad.
Did you become monster inside you?
No.
A negative person?
No, I used to just drink and become, वो sides,
anger,
चिड़चिड़, और वो सब आपके नज़दीक की जो लोग हैं वही देख सकते हैं।
Did they see a version of you which you're not proud of?
Yeah, my wife.
What? She saw you angry, annoyed, or disappointed?
Anger, behaving badly, saying stupid things. Because that's what alcohol does to you. It messes with your brains. And you don't know what you're talking or saying. It's just anger and negative thoughts in your head, which are not even real or true, but you're just feeding that. People think दारू पी के लोग सच बोलते, सच नहीं होता। वो दर्द होता है जो सबको सच लगता है, पर और जो आपके सबसे नज़दीक होते हैं वही सुन सकते हैं, वही समझ सकते हैं, वही बर्दाश्त कर सकते हैं। एंड आई थिंक दैट्स वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट रीजंस वेयर आई फील दैट आई फाइनली हैव स्टॉप ड्रिंकिंग सिंस ओवर अ ईयर नाउ, बिकॉज मैं किसके लिए काम कर रहा हूँ? अपनी फैमिली के लिए, अपनी, और अगर उनकी आंखों में मैं हमेशा डर देखूंगा या दुख देखूंगा कि पापा अपने आप को क्या कर रहे हैं। मैं ऐसे नहीं कि मैं हर दिन पीता था, लेकिन जब उस फेज में पी थी मैंने, तो जब भी पीता था थोड़ी भी, तो वो डरते थे। Because they would just not know how I would be.
And poisonous रहता है ना इंसान, like you start spitting venom.
It's horrible, man. मतलब alcohol is like, it should have it written on the label. It's injurious to health. It is. It's the biggest addiction. It is more addictive than actual drugs. It messes with your brains like narcotics does. That's what it does.
उस पे लिखा होना चाहिए injurious to relationships.
Yeah, basically injurious to what you really desire.
But कभी शर्म आई उनसे बात करने में at any point when you were low?
No, nothing like that.
That is so good.
Yeah, कभी शर्म नहीं थी, कभी ऐसा है ही नहीं हमारी फैमिली में। भैया is like a father figure to me. डर रहता था उनसे, तो मैं उनके सामने दारू भी नहीं पीता था। बाद में जाकर शादी हुई, तब उसके बाद में जाके कभी पी ली सामने, लेकिन ऐसा तो मैं कभी नहीं।
आश्रम was a negative thing coming back. आपके सब लोगों ने बोला होगा आपके आसपास मत करो।
हाँ, सलमान called me up.
क्या?
He found out. He said, Bobby, I heard you're doing this. You're playing this character. I said, no, I'm not playing that character. I'm playing a character which is based on all the characters that exist in our country. It's a mashup of all of them. अच्छा ऐसे, अच्छा ठीक। I said, हाँ। I said, मामू मुझे करना है ये। अच्छा फिर ठीक है। He was really caring, you know. And that's it. I don't know how he found out. I didn't even tell him, but he found out.
But that must थोड़ा तो डर लग रहा होगा।
पूरी रात तो मैं सोया नहीं कि सलमान भी यही कह रहा है, और मैंने अपने मम्मी भैया और पापा को तो बताया नहीं, पर मैंने नहीं, मुझे करना है।
And then प्रमोशन के टाइम पे आपको वर्टिगो अटैक आया था?
मुझे आया था।
तो
मेरे को वर्टिगो की इशू है।
अच्छा, बट वो ट्रिगर तो तभी हुआ होगा ना जब बहुत ज़्यादा सोच रहे होगे या बहुत थके हुए हो गए या हेड स्पिनिंग या ओवरथिंकिंग।
मेरा क्या है कि that's what the doctors tell me. I have Meniere's.
Ear.
Yeah. So what happens when the liquid overflows, then crystals get displaced, and that happens. So when you're stressed also, it can happen.
So you were stressed about लोग क्या बोलेंगे, मेरा रोल क्या है, लोग मुझे कैसे देखेंगे, stressed about कि मेरा कमबैक होगा कि नहीं होगा? नहीं,
लोग क्या बोलेंगे। कमबैक का मैं इतना सोच नहीं रहा था, क्योंकि मैंने ये शो कमबैक के लिए नहीं किया था। मैंने ये शो किया था अपने पर्सनल रीजंस के लिए, कि मुझे एज एन एक्टर चैलेंज करना अपने आप को, और क्या कर सकता हूँ एज एन एक्टर, ताकि फिर मेरे काम के बारे में लोग बोले. So that's the way I thought about it.
So
Not-
लोग क्या बोलेंगे? You were scared.
like, yeah, because I was wondering how my fans would react.
Who called you first after that? जब शो गया लाइव, अब आप वेट कर रहे हो कि यार फीडबैक आएगा क्योंकि लोग क्या बोलेंगे. 2-3 लोगों ने कॉल किया होगा.
ऐसे तो I
Tell me first three
I
calls.
can't recollect as such, but I know who all, like my brother's friends. My brother saying, Bobby, मेरे दोस्त का फोन आया था, उसने कहा तूने बहुत अच्छा काम किया. He wants to talk to you. Call him. And then and quite all his friends, not just one, all his close friends. He doesn't have too many. And then my dad saying, मुझे फोन आ रहे हैं बेटा, तूने शो किया आश्रम, सब बोल रहे हैं तूने कमाल कर दी. फिर मेरी माँ, मेरी सहेलियों के फ़ोन आ रहे हैं, वो तुझसे मिलना चाहती हैं. एक दिल्ली में रहती है, एक यहाँ है. वो कह रहे तू इतना प्यारा लगा उन्हें. मैंने कहा प्यारा लगा तूने इतना अच्छा काम किया है. मैंने बोला अच्छा, आई डिडंट एक्सपेक्ट दैट, यू नो. सो
कोई एनी कॉल जो जिसने स्टंट किया आपको कि यार क्या बोला है इन्होंने? Something that you were
this
really
is it.
surprised.
I mean, to get so much love and to say you are amazing and you know they love you for playing that character. My fans, I have few fans on my WhatsApp, you know, and I as I say, I can not stop. If people want my number, I can't stop myself from giving it. But I have a few fans, and I stay in touch with them in that sense. And I met a few of my fans who said I made a difference to their lives. You know, and it makes me feel so responsible as an actor in many ways, because I was their support without them knowing me personally when they were going through a bad time in their lives, and I helped them get out of it. There's so many people I meet like that, and it's just, I never thought that I could make such a difference to people's lives, you know. So I have fans like that. I have fans who got, you know, in my WhatsApp ID, I call myself B and a D. So I put it as BEEDEE, and I put a B, whatever they call it, emoji of a B. So one fan has made a tattoo of that on his arm. And one, I mean, there's so many like that. There's one fan who took my autograph, and next thing she comes and meets me and she shows me my autograph on her hand. So I have a lot of love. I'm very blessed, you know, and it's all, and you know, for me, like I might keep a security guy with me, but I can't say no to people, because I always tell myself, whatever I am today is because of the love. I would be nothing. And I mean, Animal changed everything for me.
Yeah.
I mean, Animal was like, I remember the day when I was shooting with Aryan and we were in Alibag and we were coming back on the ferry. And just before the ferry ride, a day before, Sandeep called and said, Bob, I made the teaser and I have a surprise for you. So I'm like, okay, you know, and it's coming out the next day and we were on the ferry. And network is bad. I'm trying to watch it. Nothing. Then finally somewhere I got network. I'm watching. And okay, it's going on. And the title has come and I'm still not in. And then suddenly in the end I come, you know, doing that knife thing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to understand, okay, this is a surprise. Yeah, it looks interesting. But then I'm showing the crew members of Aryan's show. And everybody, we just shot the whole night. We just got the ferry. We've not slept. So everybody's in the zoning out. So people are reacting, yeah. And I'm like, okay, this is the biggest film I've done after a long time. And, you know, I'm really kind of counting on it and no one's reacting. And then I got into the car and my phone network started working properly. The amount of messages I started getting with that one teaser was to another level, man.
Look.
Yeah, they just, I mean, and working with Ranbir Kapoor, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of his. I work with a lot of actors. They've changed so much. They're so insecure. And Ranbir is not insecure one bit. Salman is not insecure one bit. I'm talking about these big names.
Yeah.
There are other actors I've worked with who just want everything for themselves, you know. And Ranbir, imagine doing that scene where Sandeep, suddenly while we were doing the fight sequence, and he told me that No, I want Bobby's character hits him, Ranveer falls, and Bobby falls on top of him, and he lights a cigarette. I mean, that's the coolest moment
Yeah.
you can possibly even imagine. And Ranveer didn't say a word. He went with it because he knew how important the film was and how important it is to have your antagonist look powerful enough so that your character comes out properly. Otherwise, if you see climax fights of any film, it's so one-sided. In the beginning, hero will get punched 2-3 times, and then it's all dishum, and he's done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the kind of love I got after that film, because my fans were waiting. When will हमारा बॉबी कब वैसी फिल्म करेगा जहाँ प्राउड फील करेंगे? आश्रम से प्राउड फील किया उन्होंने, लेकिन the magic of silver screen is something else altogether.
Fair.
You know? It changes your life.
Yeah. As someone who loves reading, learning, body language, presence, I love understanding about influence. What I saw, power of silence. What you did in those few minutes, ऐसा लग रहा था कि the whole, just like you are the main thing in that without even saying a word. And you made your presence, हर किसी ने feel करी. मतलब कि मैं बाप हूँ, you know, that vibe, it just came out where you were not extra built, you were not shown कि अच्छा बाकी सब छोटे हैं और आप बड़े हो, कुछ भी नहीं था ऐसा, right? And ना आप कोई बहुत heavy dialogue दे रहे हो. In that climax scene also, ना lead actor कोई बड़ा है ना आप बड़े हो, दोनों के दोनों equal screen है, सब everything is equal, and still this power of gaze, every moment, every shot जैसे आप stand करते हो, hold करते हो, that just tells something. Like, how do you make people feel presence in that? कि बहुत difficult होता है वो दिखाना.
You know,
बहुत rarely
it is, as I said, I don't feel less about myself anymore. My wife always told me, you're special. There's something about you which is special, and you need to believe that. You're nothing ordinary, you know. And I think somewhere I started believing that the self-belief has come. And I know myself. I've understood myself. Just my dad said, "Ab tu apne aap ko samjha hai." I've understood myself. I know that I can create that when I feel it honestly. I mean, I was nervous like hell when I was walking, and you know, when I walked into this, the whole dance sequence first happened.
Yeah.
Then the second part of the scene happened.
Yeah.
And then he told me, I'm not lying, I'm not trying to boast about myself. Then I'm sitting and I'm walking in, and now I'm a family man. So I was feeling it because I am a family man. See, this is what an actor needs. I was just walking in, I was giving respect to everyone because I'm a nice person. I respect you unless you do something wrong to me. I meet my mother, she's sitting there. I meet my wives. I look at them. I know they are irritated that, you know, I'm not equal with them and I'm getting married for the third time. And my kids mean the world to me. And these thoughts stay with you. And somewhere, luckily, God has given me a structure which has that kind of attention-seeking kind of structure, I guess. And then when I did that shot where he comes and tells me something in my ear, and I just look at him, and then I look at my brother, I could feel that someone's killed my brother. That was my emotion. That was what I felt. And I just went and I just slaughtered that guy. And when I came and I did that shot, from that point that I beat him and I walk and come and do the shot, it was one take. And they said, cut. Everyone started clapping. Now, I'm like, okay, these actors who come to do these small roles, they're always excited. So they must have clapped. And Sandeep came and said, Bob, what a shot. I was watching you and you were emoting it, and the way you took the direction of your emotions, and then you came back. It's an Oscar-winning shot. These are his words. And he said, done. And I'm still insecure. I'm like, ये इसलिए बोल रहा है कि मुझसे acting नहीं होती. मैंने ऐसा क्या कर दिया जो मुझे, you know, because that's what he felt in that one shot. But I just was out there with the biggest opportunity of my life. I wanted to give every inch of me, every bit of me to that character.
But can you go darker than what you've already done? Let's say darker than Animal, darker than Ashram.
Yeah, I could. I mean, but how dark can anything get than Ashram? Animal wasn't dark. Animal was just a man who was
Just angry and
Angry and-
hurt. Yeah.
his backstory was more sad than Ranbir's backstory.
Yeah.
If you really look back.
Yeah. Tell me, what's the definition of alpha for you now?
Oh my God, alpha.
गुड बॉय भी खेला है आपने, बैड बॉय भी देखा है, एक्सट्रीम अल्फा, एक्सट्रीम टॉक्सिक.
See, there are different kinds. See, in an
What's
alpha.
alpha for you in real life?
See, an alpha for me in real life is someone who takes care of his loved ones and he's protective no matter, even if it's not his near and dear. He's a protective person. He's not someone who take advantage of anything. That's what an alpha is. But alpha can be taken in many ways. Alpha people think is arrogant. He's narcissist. He's that. He's not that. I believe alpha is someone who's a protector.
What's something about love that you have learned which you really adore about your relationship with your wife?
For me, I would not be able to describe it in one word. I will only be able to tell you that for me, my whole life, my everything. It is so funny, but parents usually come first in your life and give you everything. But the way my wife has been there for me, she takes the first place in my life.
Wow.
Not that I don't love my parents, but she means everything to me.
Wow.
That's how I feel for her.
What do you absolutely adore about her?
Her simplicity. When she's with me in front of Paps, she's so conscious. And she just fumbles, and you know how people put comments, and I'm like, I laugh about it with her. And the other day we were going somewhere. I didn't call. I mean, usually nowadays the culture of calling Paps, it's become like a thing you do. But I hadn't called Paps that day. And Paps were there. And we were going, and I just said to her, I said, this is how I always like to see you, that the smile you had on your face that day, it was just so beautiful. Because it was just, I don't know, it was just a beautiful moment, which was captured by thanks to a Pap. But
let me make it more difficult. Let's say if your wife is asking you, why do you love her? What would you say?
I love her because she loves me more. That's what I feel.
And why do you think she loves you?
Because she does more for me than I could do for her. I don't think I can. She's so strong. She gives me more strength than I can give her. And she's just amazing.
Are you more close to your dad or mom?
Every child is close to the mom. No matter what, no matter how hard you try, because I wanted that to change with my kids. I wanted my kids to love me more than their mother, but no. First call goes to the mother, then comes to me. When the mother doesn't listen, that's how it is. Papa, tell mama I want this. I'm like, why? Why are you asking me now? You could have asked me first. I would have allowed you, because I can't say no to my kids.
Yeah.
Now your mother knows. Now I can't do anything about it. Now she's right.
You're the spoiler. You're the one
I
who's
just
spoiled.
can't. I just can't
That's
say
cute.
no to them.
Okay, here's the last question. Okay?
Yeah.
And that is that you've been invisible for years and you've had a great run, and now you're everywhere. You've completed almost 30 years in the industry.
Yeah, 6th of October.
Right? So it's big. 3 decades. It's big. And you've been in ups and downs. You've seen everything. What do you know today about this fragile image of stardom that you didn't know back then?
I mean, I didn't know about, as I said, when I started my career, I never thought there was competition. I never thought that you have to go knocking on everyone's door for work. And it exists. You have to. And that's how the world moves. And then there's nothing wrong in it, because that's how you have to operate. That's the only way to function. That's what I've learned. Other than that, I think I feel that I still believe that I don't want to be seen so much besides being seen in my movies.
Cute.
Because I wish there were no phones with cameras on it. Because my kids can't enjoy their life, you know. I just wish for that. Because that's a difficult part of being from a film family. I love my work. I am happy that I'm sitting here with you. And I'm that special or important that you wanted to interview me. And
I feel honored that you
no,
came.
but I'm just saying that. I swear, that's just what I feel. You know, I'm so grateful to God for being able to be doing all these things and giving my voice to what people misunderstand through you, you know, and that's what it is, you know. I mean,
30 years later, do you feel that you're getting started or this is...
I just started, dude. It's my third year. It's not my 30th. I just started and I have a long way to go. You see me. I mean, I hope I take my last breath while I'm working. That's what I wish for. And I hope when I take my last breath, I don't regret hurting too many people in my life.
Have you hurt people?
I have. I must have. No one can be perfect.
Do you intentionally know that you hurt people?
Not.
Like, do you consciously
I
know or
might have
aware
hurt them for my selfish reasons. We always do
about it? Are you
that.
consciously aware that there are people that you've hurt? You
Yeah,
have that in your back of your head?
I have, because of the way I might have been after drinking, the way I might have spoken to someone without trying to be mean. I can't handle it. When I'm wrong with someone, I have to immediately go up to them and say, I'm sorry after half an hour or so, because I can't take that guilt. But we all end up being wrong sometimes, you know. So for me, that is something which we can never be perfect. We'll end up hurting someone or the other without knowing.
But are you forgiving about it usually for yourself, or you're like, you hold it and you regret it for years? You are in guilt.
I stay with guilt because I can't help but feel wrong about something I've done.
I'm like that. That's why I just wrote that.
I feel that.
I take that guilt for very, very,
Very long. It's not easy. You know, suddenly that comes to you. You're sitting and suddenly you're having a great time and suddenly you think of that thought and you're like, why?
Yeah.
I wish.
I'm not philosophical like that. कि अरे ये तो life है चलता रहता है. I'm like,
I'm
shit.
not philosophical. I'm not like ये तो चलता रहता है.
I messed up and then
I can't
I
think.
shouldn't have. Thank you so much.
So thanks,
for
dude.
coming here
Thanks.
and doing this and really opening up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't have anything to hide. I am what I am. That's
No,
nothing.
I love talking to you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks,
It was an
man.
honor to have you on a podcast. And genuinely, it felt like more conversation
Yeah.
than me.
Like that in interview.
Like any
It's
other
like
interview.
we're sitting at a coffee shop and there's a camera there, but we don't know.
Yeah. But thank you so much. For doing
No, thanks so much. man.
Thank you.
Take care.
Pleasure having you.
Hi, dude. How are you?
How are you? Good to see you, sir. Real change happened, at least in my eyes, and I'm going to talk about purely audience के point of view से as a fan. आश्रम के बाद, like things just changed. Me with all my friends, हम सब ने आपको एक अलग लेंस में देखना स्टार्ट कर दिया, and it was like ये आप ही हो. I don't know कि कोई भी वैसा कैरेक्टर खेल सकता. Like that was, और and it's more surprising and amazing क्योंकि आपको कभी ऐसी लाइट में देखा ही नहीं. I don't see you as a negative person.
Yeah.
Now I do. Thank you so much ये एपिसोड एंड तक देखने के लिए. अब आपको 3 चीज़ें करनी है. नंबर 1, इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो ताकि हम इसी तरह और ज़्यादा वैल्यूएबल गेस्ट आपके लिए लेके आ पाएँ एंड हम वो उनसे क्वेश्चंस पूछ पाएँ जो आप चाहते हो. नंबर 2, मुझे कमेंट्स में ये बताओ कि आप और कौन कौन से गेस्ट हैं जो देखना चाहते हो हमारे पॉडकास्ट पे, ताकि हम उन्हें लेके आएँ और उनसे वो सवाल पूछें जो आप चाहते हो. एंड नंबर 3, ये एपिसोड किसी एक इंसान के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करना जिसकी लाइफ में एक पॉजिटिव चेंज आएगा, क्योंकि एक कॉन्वर्जेशन इनफ होती है किसी की लाइफ चेंज करने के लिए. I'll see you next time. Until then, keep figuring out.